What is going on, everybody? Primetime 24. We have Trickzzy up against GodAteMyPig. We are absolutely blessed in the commentary booth. Going to be having the Wanderer himself. Chippy is back from his exams. Good to have you.
Layoff. You know, I've come back to bless everyone, but this card tonight ahead of us is absolutely ridiculous. As we can see, GodAteMyPig, Fadnator, Dirty Dave, MattyD, you know, just a couple names. You know, this card is nothing but phenomenal, and I cannot wait to crack in. And you know, I'm honoured to be back. It's such a great community, but
honestly, honestly, brother, pleasure to have you back. Like I said,
100%.
We have, as you mentioned, an absolutely stacked night of fights. Heading it off with Trickzzy, GodAteMyPig, TD Fadnator is going to be fighting Dirty Dave. Dirty Dave taking that fight on short notice as well. That's going to be a...
is that right?
Yeah, that's right, brother. He's taking it short notice. Phenomenal set of fights all the way through, to be perfectly honest with you. Like you say, you got KM Tadpole up against BSD Pudgy a little bit later on tonight as well. Those two both killers, set for action-packed wars. Obviously, MorbidMadLad up against Dio Soul. Another set of very, very fun strikers. Yeah. So without further ado, I think it's about time that we get into that first fight. We're going to be having the Taco Boy up against Rara, I do believe.
Rara's food.
Yes, sir. No, I mean, we know Rara's been around the community for a long time there, Chippy. Had ups and downs, right? But he's game to the very, very end. He doesn't, you know, kind of go out with a fight. Exactly.
Yeah, never gives up.
Do you know too much about his opponent here? Have you come across Taco Boy yourself before?
I am unaware of Taco Boy, but here as we can see, this is a middleweight bout. As we see, Whittaker's Gaston. You know, I'm a big fan of the Whittaker pick. It's a good pick, but yeah, I'm not aware of Taco Boy, but you know what? We'll see about him tonight.
Yes, sir. He's lucky to have the early lead when it came in, but obviously a little bit different under the lights. We see Rara starting out that lead leg kick, and we'll have to see if he's made any adjustments to his game, Chippy. Probably, you know, his biggest weakness in the past was the outside fighting, biggest strength being his wrestling, but looks like taking a bit of a measured approach and playing the outside game at the moment.
Nice tape there from Rara. No, I'm seeing, like, every time I'm seeing Rara, I'm seeing more diversity in his game. As we see him deny that takedown, you know, he is just getting better every fight. As we see a clinch attempt here, nice takedown. That was just beautiful work right there. We passed the 4-minute mark.
Yes, so far so good there, Chippy. I mean, Rara, this is exactly where he wants to be. On top, in control, and now starting to work those little bunny shots, as Valentine would call them, just trying to work up the GA, posturing up now, raining down some good shots, and this is a nice, calm and calculated approach there, Chippy. What do you think that his opponent needs to do, kind of on bottom here, to start to work up?
Well, Kevin Gastelum is a tricky pick. It's not every day you see that pick, but Gastelum is definitely far better on top. If I were Taco right now, I'd maybe think about, trying to maybe build up that GA a bit, try and get it back into the guard and just work from there. But Rasputin is doing a phenomenal job right now.
Yeah, it's going to get scarier and scarier. The battery's getting on those denials as well, but decides to separate Chippy, and that's an interesting approach from him.
Yeah, it is an interesting. But you know what? I appreciate it. A bit more striking.
Never going to say no to a little bit of fisticuffs. These guys throwing hands now.
Bang, yes, sir. This is what we want to see. Ooh.
2 minutes, 5 seconds on the first round. Looks like Rara's going to continue to go back to the leg kick with a lovely overhand tackle by. Lovely shot. Looking to land some power.
Yeah, sometimes when you get back up, you can just be, that was a nice denial there, but you can just backfire sometimes. Nice head kick there.
Yeah, so far.
This has been a great fight so far.
Yeah, so far so good, mate. So far good, so good. They're showing a nice variety of styles, mixing in the grappling, mixing in the striking. Rara's definitely looking a little bit more polished on the outside, though. He's not missing a lot of shots, and another nice takedown by that man right there.
Definitely, this is MMA at its finest. 100%.
Keep him guessing, mate. He's firing off a lot of shots to the head and then going down, changing levels with the shot, and so far it's been there for him. Pretty good round from Rara, considering he's 4-0 leading into this, into this bout with his opponent Taco Boy. He's going to be getting a lot of confidence going into the second round, you would imagine.
Definitely, man. Definitely. So far, so good. That is the deal of this round. I think he's just still going. This has been a great fight so far. Kevin Gastelum, the southpaw. You got to appreciate that pick from Taco Boy as well.
That's the problem right there.
Yes, right. It's saved by the bell, man.
Just remember, Kevin Gastelum's got those hands, brother.
He has got that. He's got that power, man. He's definitely a force to be reckoned with, especially in this middleweight division, man.
Oh yeah, for sure. The power really does sit nicely for him.
Definitely sounds like.
Now, normally I'd say he's got a little bit of speed advantage as well, but not against the Whittaker pick.
Nah, Whittaker, yeah.
With that being said, though, I have to say, mate, Rara right now using a lot of these kicks, maybe not utilising the boxing of Robert Whittaker to the full effect, but doing a great job of just bobbing in and out of range. And
there we go.
Secures.
Yeah, well, Taco was doing good back there. At the start of the round, saw him using another slip. I think it was a slip straight. Like he's been using his head movement pretty good, but we see a nice reversal here on top. But I think he's a bit too urgent that grounding point there, but he's still on top, which is what you want to do.
Yeah, 3 minutes 50 on the clock in the second round. Obviously, Taco Boy now on top with Kevin Gastelum. Decides to separate and gets the up kick of doom to his face, mate.
The worst thing ever, man. When you think you've got them, you get some toes in your face.
Yeah, it's just been the main reason that a lot of fights have not got the finish. It always seems to come in clutch for the defending player. Nice stand up by Taco Boy again. He decides to step off to the power side, misses the step kick, but didn't counter. So have to see if he's going to try and capitalize on that again, because he seems to be looking for those big power shots on the counter, and he's landed one nicely so far, Chip, pushing forward.
Yeah, starting to put on this pressure. Nice little lead head kick. Mix it up. Oh,
Jesus. What a shot. He needed that.
Yeah, he definitely did. Yeah, by Rara, just keep him stuck on the ground, man. But yeah, Robert, that was amazing by Taco Boy there. He's really starting to turn the tide a bit here.
He was. I mean, Rara definitely needed this. This is back to where Rara does his best work, though. In top control, just nice and calculated, working those bunny shots, trying to get some stamina advantage, that denial if he can. We obviously can't see Rara's stamina at this point, but you've got to imagine he's looking pretty fresh, although, those rocks probably have had a little bit of an impact on it as well there, Jibber.
Yeah, no doubt about that. It's very clear, the route to success here for Rasputin. That's just clearly the ground. And for Taco Boy, the route of success is definitely on the feet. As we see him get back up here, But Whittaker still no joke in the feet, man. His 92 chin now, which has been upgraded from 90, if I believe. So, you know, you need a couple more shots, but that recovery always comes in clutch, as we saw earlier.
Yes.
Nice teep kick. Nice combo out there.
Obviously, Taco Boy has got the heart. But is the chin going to stand up to that power of Rasputin?
He's surviving it. Oh. Just about. Just a Fred, man.
Rara's looking as good as he's ever looked. As good as he's ever looked, Rara. Best adjustments he's made so far to his game. We're going to have a little sneaky look at the stats here. 2-1.
Oh, yeah, 2-1. No, so, 2, sorry.
I meant 2-1 knockdown. So it's 2 stuns, 1 knockdown from Rara Rasputin in that round to the 1 knockdown, or 1 stun, sorry, of Kevin Gastelum. So a lot to play for that first round. Obviously, Rara's as well. So we need to see something big out of... Oh! I thought that was going to be it. They stepped off that head kick beautifully. This is the type of thing he needs, brother. Pressing forward with a little bit of reckless abandon. He's got 4 minutes 35 on the clock and probably needs a finish at this point.
Just go for the bleachers, throw everything. Just throw the whole goddamn house at him, you know. This is what you need to do right now, man. It's been a great fight so far. Rara's looking peaked. I won't even lie to you. I'm definitely impressed with Rara. You know, man has come out here and he has showed major adjustments, and I'm happy to see. You know, it's a new season. Everyone's came out and they've looked better than ever, man. This is just a perfect time to be watching these fights right now. So we see another takedown. Beautiful. He's been landing these takedowns all night, man.
He really has. The one thing I would say that Rara so far, you know, he's been planting on those straights. He's done a really good job of ducking in and out of distance. Honestly, we haven't seen too much, you know, outside of that, with a lot of like leg kicks and single shot high variance, but so far so good. It's all been thrown together perfectly to you know, put Taco Boy on the defensive over the course of the last 12 or so minutes there, Chipper, and it looks like Rara's about to you know, kind of go towards a victory, maybe on the judges' scorecards. Still got 2 minutes 45 to work, so
the veterans move just to ride it out, man. Just get it, because you already know, like, I wouldn't be wrong to say if Rara's winning this fight right now. I feel like I'm right saying that. You know, I think he's definitely up, but, you know...
I'd agree, brother. I'd agree. I mean, those first 2 rounds.
Yeah, still got 2 minutes here, so we'll see. You know, this is not a foregone conclusion yet. Still got a bit more time left, as we see. Oh, they're really going for this. You know, Taco's like in that... He's like in that uppercut a lot. He's stepping on with that... Ooh, nice check hook there. But he's stepping on with that rear uppercut a lot. Which I like. Kevin being the southpaw as well. He's an orthodox right now, though.
Another takedown from Rara Rasputin. Like you say, veteran savvy being employed by this man right here. He knows that his opponent's best opportunity is going to be on the feet. So why would he not take it down where, you know, he's probably 2 up here. It's going to be hard to give those rounds to Gastelum. And I mean, great from Taco, though. He's not wilting under this pressure. You know, Rara's doing everything he can to take him down and stop him pressing forward, but so far, so good, with a beautiful overhand.
Oh, no.
Rara with that straight. He's been planning it all night, and he does again. These guys back and forth, 40 seconds on the clock.
Hit you with that.
It's craziness, brother.
The Uno reverse card. Oh, and again, okay.
Uno reverse, bro.
No way, no way.
Oh, you know, that does feel a little bit bad for Rara. He was doing one of his best performances to date, but what resilience by Taco Boy. How he overcame adversity there, gets the knockout late in that round, and he needed it, brother. He was down in this one.
Yeah, he was down in that one. Tell you what, can we see some appreciation for that fight in the chat right now? Holy smokes, anything you can do, I can do better. Taco Boy's coming out. Wow. I am speechless right now. It's very rare.
Absolute perfection, brother. Absolute perfection. I mean, what do you do when your back's up against the wall?
The wall, exactly. Turned, like, just at the last moment, just bit down that mouthpiece and came out with a ferocious intent and put the man to bed. But wow, what a fight! Look, what a great fight, well. Yeah. No shame in the Rara whatsoever. That was a phenomenal fight.
Really was, Chipper. Really was. Rara's going to go back to the drawing board, as he always does. The last time he took a little bit of time away, kind of went to the mountains, as we've said before, came back looking very, very healthy, brother. Looking very good in his performances, and he did tonight, you know, until that last moment. Zigged when he should have zagged, and that head kick reigns true.
It happens, man. It definitely happens. All you can do is just come back stronger, man. And knowing Rara, he will be back in no time, and he will be ready. But on to the next one, as I said, we got a bantamweight bout here between TF, I can't say that name, main WWE 2K, the WWE.
yeah, that's right. One of the TF boys taking their first steps of the night, first appearance to the TF boys tonight. So that's TF Rasta up against main WWE. Going to be an interesting one. Like you say, in bantamweight, there's lots of fun picks here, brother. It really is.
Yeah, 100%. Stock division. This will be my first time here at the TF camp. I'm unaware of TF. I know we got AJ's out here, BSDS on the chart here. Shout out to my boys in BSD, you know, BZTD, EK. We got all the camps out here tonight, and that's just what we love to see. Great away.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, they are going in. I believe I saw Rob Font and TJ Dillashaw, if I'm not mistaken.
GG, my
Rob
dude.
Font.
Looks like my man has his mic on in this as well, so we may get some running commentary along with this one.
Third man the booth tonight here.
Gonna have to check who's streaming it, see who's in the booth with us. All right, touch of gloves. Rob Font.
Peter Yan.
Yeah.
Hey, Rob, the buff on Rob Font, lately it's been good. You know, the length on him, he's definitely a good pick. He's a counter pick to Cody and Peter now, I'd say, especially at length.
Honestly, I think that he is, you know, as you say that, I think he's a perfect counter to Yan for this weight class, and he was the counter that, you know, this weight class needed. You saw a lot of people go Peter Yan, and it's nice and refreshing to be able to pick somebody like Rob Font, have those power in those hands. We'll have to see if that's the way it's going to be going tonight as Rasta's trying to land that lead leg kick, but main WWE circling on the outside and has landed some big shots already.
Yeah, that was a nice little lead uppercut there for him. As you see, these boys are just trading early. What we'd love to see here. Nice combination work from both men. Nice front kick guard, mix it up.
So far, I think what I would see there, Chipper, I don't know if you'd agree with me, brother, but the combinations from Rob Font have seemed to be a little bit cleaner, but Main has been landing some of the more effective of the shots.
Yeah, Main has definitely been using a bit more kicks, elbows, knees, a bit of a Muay Thai type of style. Oh, West on a big overhand there, we've got to watch out with that. That's that kind of thing. But yeah, this is being Rob's been. Sorry, is it? I can't. Rasta? Yeah, I'll say Rasta. Rasta's been well nice takedown. You know, he's been landing the cleaner combinations, definitely. I think I saw a body uppercut there at one point, so he's definitely been mixing up high low. So this is what you want to be doing, especially against Parayan, you know, bit of that body work. Just mix it up. Especially got some of the hands that Rob Font does.
Yeah, no, he's giving us his thoughts in the booth right now. Peter Yan's got hands. You need to take him down, take them away from him. And he did right there for a moment. Now landing some good hands of his own.
Oh!
Jesus. I can't believe that's not it. His head health was gone. Landed 3 unanswered shots. Still Peter Yan survives. And but he is not out of the woods yet there, Chipper.
Yeah. No, sir. Just about, man.
Oh, mate, these guys are throwing inside bombs. It's not the most technical, but my God, is it entertaining.
My God, it did fun. It did fun to watch. This is what you... Oh, look at these combos firing off, man. Yeah, 3 hooks in a row, man. Just going, come here. Let me smash your head in here. Let me smash out the bed. These are just, what did you say about my mother punches here? You know, these boys don't like each other. I don't know why.
Yeah, maybe they said something to each other in the party leading up to it, but honestly, it takes... sometimes in these fights, you get caught and you just go... You know, you throw in bombs, but it just takes a moment to compose yourself, realize that one pull counter, but these are beautiful combinations from Rara. Sorry, Rara, I mean Rasta.
Yeah, Rasta.
So, yeah, my bad.
Oh, and I think he's letting them up. Bit of mental aspect.
Yeah,
there,
he wants the hands. I mean, obviously he had very, very good momentum there. The head health was very, very low, blinking.
Ooh, good camera angle there.
Yeah, not too bad though. Let's see from a nice camera angle. That interesting one. I wouldn't mind a couple more of those.
Yeah, they should start doing more. I don't know if that's a new feature or whatever, but that's a nice camera angle. I think it was alright, nice and zoomed out.
Yeah, but like I say, it only takes one of these guys to compose themselves, get that one pull counter. Right now, though, I would say that Rasta has maybe kind of composed himself and starting to throw straights into those combinations, landing on main WWE as he rips to the body.
Good fight, my
That's
boy.
what I was talking about earlier, man. That body work. What a way to end that fight, man. Clean work with them body hooks, man. Four body hooks in a row. Just ripping it out. What a performance by Rasta, taking out Main tonight. Wow, and that was a good fight as well.
That was craziness. I mean, Rasta came out and really, when he started getting into his flow, those combinations, they were beautiful. Mixing in the straight into each of them, knowing his opponent was starting to look back for those pullbacks potentially. Each one of them landing, able to just continue that pressure. And as you see, those 3 knockdowns, 2 in the first round, the last one in the second round, and all Rasta. What a that was a fun old fight, but Rasta looked phenomenal this evening for sure.
Definitely, man, definitely. It was a hell of a fight. Been nothing but good fights to start off here, first 2.
Will not expect anything other, brother. Up next, we're going to be having our first PlayStation fight of the night. We're going to be having the Reaper up against EWB Top Dog. I expect good things. I mean, honestly, the PlayStation side of things have been living up to all the hype. I've heard great things about that side. Strikers. I mean, you've got a PlayStation yourself, Chipper. How do you find it changes between?
Well, see, with having cross-platform, it is, believe it or not, it's easier to do crossover than you'd think. It's just more or less, once you figure out what you're doing, it is very simple. But at PS, I've played ranked on PS, I've run into many of the PS players, competed in a couple of leagues in PS, and they're definitely, them guys, they know their scrap, that's for sure, man. Some of them guys can be entertaining to fight, so I expect nothing less out of this PS division right now. I'm looking forward to this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, without further ado, these guys are in lightweight. They are going into this fight as Justin Gaethje up against Dustin Poirier. I mean, it's a fight that we have become accustomed to seeing, Chipper, but a fight that we love to see, nevertheless.
Oh, 100%. Hey, what that Gaethje pick? It's starting to tone down a bit. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm not seeing as many Gaethjes nowadays. Oh, these guys have a bit of a history here, as you see, 2-0. Hopefully that doesn't really have a difference here. We'll just love to see it. I can't tell the whole story. Yeah, Dustin Poirier versus Gaethje is going to be a great fight. You know, Poirier has them phenomenal. Both of them have phenomenal calf kicks, man. I wonder if we'll see a couple of them utilised.
As you said, I mean, he opens up with that lovely little kind of kick switch. Goes to the body, but gets caught, and looks like Top Dog is all over it. Starting nice and fast. These guys firing bombs. No time to waste in this early go in there, Chipper.
Yeah, 100%, man. Have a couple of leg kicks to fire off there. Nice little slip hook there.
Yeah, going to the body is Top Dog, looking to attack the legs as you had called out.
Legs. Yeah.
Has to be careful though. Poirier's doing a good job of going to the head with the hooks, but both guys may be getting a little bit wild in this opening going, trying to get some of that damage off.
Definitely, but yeah, as I said, them calf kicks with Gaethje, it'd be silly not to use them, man. You know, they are monstrous to say the least. Just a donkey kicking their legs. But oh, there's another body kick there. Yes, it's been nice way to mix it up by Top Dog. Yes, Top Dog.
Yeah, Top Dog. I believe EWB Top Dog is the name. He's looking good.
He looks like he knows the game.
He does. He's mixing in some takedowns, some nice hands, a lovely little uppercut there. I feel like Reaper's got power in those hands, and he knows how to use it, loading up on those hooks and trying to set in on it correctly. Nice single leg attempt, but the takedown defense reigns true for Top Dog, and so far so good. These guys trading in the pocket for the most part there, brother.
Sure. And now he keeps catching these leg kicks, both of them. Just the kicks to the body. 59 out of 10 there. 217 on the clock. Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing what he can. He's trying to fire off to the body. It looks like, you know, Reaper's trying to march forward and trying to get Top Dog's respect, but so far it looks like Top Dog has a strategy, and he's going.
If I'm not wrong, Top Dog might have the lower stamina. I can't tell right now. But yeah, Top Dog, I tell you what, Top Dog's head movement as well. I mean, it's talking about that, but he's been using some good head movement. Seen a couple slip straights, a couple pullbacks. Haven't really done anything with it yet. As we see that leg kick drops him, as I called out earlier. But yeah, he's just been utilising all aspects of striking right now, which is good to see. He's seeing a nice little rear body kick there. But this is what Reaper needs to do. Get him to the ground.
For sure, and I mean, look, when Poirier is able to posture up, especially from half guard onwards, the power that he's able to generate from these ground and pound positions is terrifying. So a couple of clean shots, and that can really start to change the tail of the tape with the head health. We'll have to see if Top Dog's going to look to employ that now, but...
Poirier's BJJ is something not to be laughed at as well. He's got some submissions as well to go along with it, as we see one right now.
Yeah, not enough time, but maybe just getting those reads that you need, right?
Yeah, just to be feel out process there. Yeah, Poirier's definitely got that BJJ as well. He's got a flying armbar, believe it or not.
Does he really? Nice.
Yeah, Dustin Poirier has got a flying armbar, folks, in the single collar clinch. If you did not know, now you know. But yeah, he's got many subs.
We'll definitely be trying to give that one a try. A cheeky submission in one of the sparring matches.
Yeah, definitely, man. I love the wrap it out the odd time, just to throw things off guard.
As we say that though, Top Dog's looking very, very good, brother. He's going to that straight lead body hook, attacking the leg and chopping that wood over and over again. Cannot count Reaper out, but so far Top Dog's looking phenomenal.
Yeah, you can tell Reaper's definitely looking for a takedown now. Hopefully a flying armbar. I don't think that'll be helping us. But yeah, definitely, man. He needs to try to do something here, man. But Top Dog has been looking great tonight. As he's moving his head back a bit now, trying to get a pullback corner. Is Reaper getting that ankle pick? Tonight, yeah, I think Top Dog. I think he was knew that was coming. I think he's expecting that takedown now. Number those calf kick.
Oh, what an uppercut from Top Dog!
That was beautiful.
Putting the cherry on top of an absolutely phenomenal start to this fight for him. Raining forward, attacking the leg over and over again.
He smells that blood, man. Oh, he's check tactic. Oh!
This is savagery from Top Dog, putting forward an impressive performance. This man's trying to get his opponent out of there quickly, but goddamn, Poirier is not going out without a fight there.
Yeah, he is not going out. This man will go out on his shield.
Lead elbow into the knee, trying to do any chip damage that he can. You see the feint of the leg kick bit onto it hard, did Reaper. Now those head tail shots. Don't know what just happened there.
What happened there, but okay, we roll with it.
We will roll with it. Yeah, that was some madness. Okay.
I think he might have dropped him there and just tried to walk on up this guard. I don't know what happened there, but you know.
You say you roll with it, brother.
Mystery for another day.
1 minute 35 on the clock. Nice takedown. I thought that was defended.
Yeah, I thought that was defended. That can be weird sometimes. Sometimes if you hold on to it, you can chain it. So that's probably what happened there. As you see, into the rubber guard. Now, wouldn't this be something if he managed to pull a sub here right now? He could do. Poirier's got an inverted arm triangle, I think, from here.
Yeah, I believe so. And obviously, like you say, he's got lots of submission. The submission offense is fairly high, and there's actually lots of time, but the separation...
back up. This is where he needs to be, man. Don't know why he took him down, to be fair, but you know what? Do what you gotta do, man. He's definitely winning this fight. But definitely a clear path to victory right now. Just to keep pacing this man up on his feet. Another nice little body in the air.
Honestly, loving the output from both gentlemen. So far, though, Top Dog is probably looking the better of the two. But honestly, at this stage, coming into this third round, although the first two have all been Top Dog, Reaper started to get a little bit of momentum before that slam. So I don't know if that's going to be the kind of case, tail of the tape as we go into the third round. But these guys so far leaving everything out in the cage, my man. I don't imagine we're going to see anything less coming into the third. It's with these types of fights, how do we ever see a decision with these fights? I mean, we've got 5 minutes left, and these guys have just been throwing bombs from start to finish.
This has been trading labor, man. Honestly, I don't want to see a decision here, but this has been last round. The heat is on. If you're definitely Reaper right now, you've been looking for that KO, man.
The leg health is adding up for Top Dog, attacking it over and over again, but beat the slip hook, gets him the front kick as well.
Oh, missing that head kick though. What I'm saying, man, don't cut anyone out tonight, man. Everyone's coming back. Everyone's just like, nah, screw you. I'm just gonna just completely mess up your whole plan, man.
So
Holy
far,
smokes.
I was gonna say he needs to go back to those leg kicks and those short shots as he was doing before.
Oh, there's another really these leg kicks.
Oh, mate.
Kick, that up kick, man. Lifesaver, honestly, man.
Oh, the pull upper again for Top Dog, trying to get the finish, but the head movement's doing well for him.
This has been
honestly, this is a phenomenal fight.
Every fight just somehow just getting better and better. We're so blessed.
I told you before, brother, these PlayStation fights especially, they do not fail to deliver. It's hard to call, honestly. Anytime I think one guy's getting momentum, the other one gets a rock back. There's leg health. Look at it. The one check rocks him back, brother.
Legs are immense, especially Poirier. You know, he's actually taking a couple of kicks here. I'm pretty sure Jakey's legs are not as bad as Poirier's, but definitely got a couple of checks in. But this has been a phenomenal fight, man. Definitely got a stamina advantage. Reaper does right now. Oh, there's another check there. I think this might go to decision. Nah,
I mean, it's madness. It's madness, mate. How could it possibly? 1 minute 20 on the clock. These guys are not throwing anything other than killer shots to the body, to the head, to the leg, as we see right there. Oh my god, man.
Oh my god, man.
I would love to see the stats after this. How many rocks and knockdowns have we had?
Knockdowns is not. Man, just don't want to go out. No way.
Reaper gets it, coming from behind for the victory.
As I said, another comeback when these guys just don't give up, man. Honestly, wow. What a performance, man. Jeevers.
I mean, that was the featured fight of the early prelims, and
that is early prelims, folks. Early prelims.
My god. I just don't even know what to say, man. That was just a war. I'd love to see the stats. I don't know if we're going to get to see them, but I'm going to hold on for a second and...
yeah, I'm definitely going to hold on here. These PS folks to show up. Definitely, man. Wow.
With you being over there on the PlayStation side as well, now you've got some tough competition by the looks of things, brother. These guys, I mean, man. I know you put on fan-friendly fights, but my god, I mean...
these guys are making me a bit scared here. No, I don't want to get hit that much. These guys just...
honestly, that type of pressure is very, very intimidating, brother. I struggle with myself. So when somebody's walking forward that much, I mean, I had it before with Bang Bang. The guy walks forward and takes your head off. Oh, 5 stuns to in total, 2 leg events and 2 on one side, and then we had 3, 3, and 3 on the other. So there was a lot of stuns, lots of wobbles all around from both guys, and one hell of a way to call out the early prelims there. Obviously, we have another very fun fight up next. We're going to be taking it, like I said, very, very first fight of the prelims. It's going to be the one and only LFC Scatter up against BSD Broomstick. Yes, sir.
Another BSD candidate here on LFC. We're saying many LFC lads out tonight, as we see LFC, Swish, bity, Zombie. What else can I point out here? I don't think so. But definitely, man, we got a couple of LFC lads out here tonight. I'm looking forward to this one. It is a light heavyweight point. Interesting weight.
Yeah, I believe so, brother. I believe so. The LFC boys have been around for quite some time now, and they've been doing great work all around, showing that they're well versed and well rounded.
They're well established now. I tell you, most definitely, man.
Yeah, and they've shown to have, you know, not only good, great grappling, but also they have very unorthodox striking to go with it for the most part. Obviously, they don't all fit one sort of mold, but just a general kind of feeling. Obviously, they've got a style to their camp that they have, and they've been doing great with it so far. They're going to be having a tough fight up against them, though. BSD is the camp that he is stepping up against. Broomstick is the opponent. Like you say, light heavyweight, and this is not a weight class that allows you to have very many mistakes, Chipper.
No, 100%, man.
These guys now loading in as we speak. Looks like we're having Israel Adesanya from 1 and John Jones from LFC Scatter.
Ooh, nice free matchup there. Johnny Bones Jones. Always a good pick. Izzy. You see Izzy in light heavyweight too much. I don't even see Izzy pick in general, to be fair, so this is a great wee fight.
Yes. The light heavyweight, especially, he's going to have the speed advantage, obviously, the striking advantage, but John Jones is going to have an incredible grappling advantage, anytime he gets on top, and I believe he actually has a couple of reach advantage as well, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I don't think, I think he does. Yeah, he does better. Yeah, he's definitely torn, is he? Yeah. Does have the reach advantage on him.
One of the things you've definitely got to watch out for is those side kicks there, and those spinning elbows, and then most importantly, this takedown barrage from Scatter. Yeah, he is a grinding opponent on the ground.
Playing John Jones, how John Jones seems to be played. MMA, taking this.
Gotta mix it up in every sort of department there, Chipper, and so far Scatter's looking to employ that. This is an early takedown for him. 3 minutes 50 on the clock, and finds himself in full guard. Lots of time to get something done here, brother.
Yeah, man. Oh, we on triangle fake there? Oh no, he goes for it. Alright. Can be annoying to deal with this sometimes, man, but as he builds on a good twist there, this guitar, but Scatter, I can't say it. But, yes, he takes some ground and pound. That ground and pound of John Jones, man, nothing to beat off that. Couple pitter-patter shots here. Touch him up. Back in the half guard, man. Just switching it up from guard to guard. Oh, that was a beautiful denial right there. That was definitely a great denial. I don't know if it was a pre-denial or it was on reaction, but that was a great denial, man. Into the top mount. Ooh, nice reversal there. That was beautiful work.
Yeah, once again, is he now on top? Not where he wants to be, though. Looks like Broomstick's going to look to separate when he gets an opportunity, and I mean, now in half guard, he's actually taking his time. I don't imagine he's going to want to stay down here with Izzy, but I could be wrong. I mean, still a very dominant position to find yourself in.
Yeah, man. It was definitely... Ooh. Nice denial there. And the top mount. You know, Izzy doesn't have the best grind game. You know, I don't know what his grind and pound. It might be alright, actually. I was thinking about it. I think it's just like 89, so it's not too bad. Definitely, man. John Jones is 89 bottom game, so it's not the best, but it's couple manageable.
Yeah, definitely manageable, especially against an opponent like Israel Adesanya. Now, once again, you find Israel Adesanya, on bottom, John Jones on top.
The man's fighting tonight, so I'm looking forward to that as well.
Yes, mate, yes. It's going to be one hell of a fun fight up against Marvin Vettori. He has to get through John Jones first, though. Scatter's doing all he can.
Let's go, let's get busy. We got 30 seconds left of this round. Push.
Scatter's got one of those very, very kind of swarming style approaches. I mean, obviously, Broomstick's doing a great job of getting these reversals. Obviously shows he's got some grappling chops of his own, but this is not the pick for him. And you've got to imagine he's going to want to separate and look to utilize that striking of Israel Adesanya coming into the second round there, Chipper.
Oh, yeah, 100%, man. That was a good run from Scatter there. Very well diverse on the game now. A couple of kicks early, took him down, and controlled it from there. But yeah, a good grappling exchanges there from both parties. Yeah, it was fun to watch. You go into the second round here, get a touch up.
Oh my god,
Bill. Oh, axe kick. Okay.
The axe kick is it's one of those ones that always seems to bleed through no matter what you do, bro.
Yeah. The axe murderer. No Van der Rijk's over here tonight, but we'll see a bit of that. Oh, as you see, another backpack.
Yeah, he goes to the back again. It was a route to a takedown last time, able to get it once again, but Broomstick stays active and able to reverse position.
Get the backpack, as the Liverpool would say. Tell your backpack. Let me see, I know. Not too good at that. As I say, he's been reversing him out. Let me fair in all fairness, he's been doing good. He's been it's been pretty competitive with him. It's just being nice and all there. I think that was the sprawl as well, which is kind of hard to deny. So fair enough, keeping that GA up there. As you see, does he get it pretty nice? Oh, beautiful, man, beautiful work. Some of the ground and pound, man. Yeah, he's starting to lay it out in Jones here. Broomstick is doing a phenomenal job right now.
Yeah, he really is. I just don't know if this is the best place for him to be.
Best way. Yeah, man.
It's just the pick makes me think that. I mean, Broomstick's doing fantastic on top, but
yeah.
Obviously, John Jones has just got more tools on the ground. If it manages to stay down here, the longer it stays down here, probably the more favourable it's going to be. But as I say, that Broomstick is doing a phenomenal job at denying these transitions so far.
Definitely, man. Definitely. See if you can get number pretty nice here.
Yeah, got his corner calling out to posture up and rain down some bombs. Broomstick is smothering him right now, doing a great job on this top control. I said it's impressive that he's doing so with Israel Adesanya, of all people as well, not known for his grappling by all accounts.
Yeah, man, definitely.
Once again, he slices over. I mean, honestly, Broomstick is... I can't believe how committed he is being to the grappling with Israel Adesanya there, Chipper. I mean, it's hard to criticize the man since he's doing so well as he goes for this arm triangle. Was it an arm bar? I could be wrong.
Oh.
Arm bar. It is an arm bar.
Long attempt.
Yeah, honestly, this is it's not the fight that I expected to see. We now see Scatter trying to get the separation. Only 30 seconds left on the clock, and look at the work the Broomstick's already doing in the striking. I mean, can you imagine what he would have been able to get going over the course of that round if he was able to get that separation a little bit earlier?
Yeah, man, definitely. As we see, I think, he's trying to go for that hip toss there, that judo through. But yeah, man, if he kept the success, well, he's doing all right now. He's good hard.
I mean, he just seems to have such an advantage in the striking. I would love to see him utilize it a little bit more when he gets an opportunity. Obviously, Scatter is staying very, very committed to that grappling, and making it very, very tough to get the separation. But he did take a lot of time in top control, and may have even won the round as a result. But the amount of success he had with those hands was just great at the end there.
Yeah, showing good glimpses there. We see in the first round.
Going in with those knees, elbows, the upwards elbow into the spin. Even though that can catch your opponent off guard, it takes a lot of stamina. So, I mean, Israel Adesanya looking pretty so far, still full stamina, able to defend himself very, very well. Third round, he has to get something going, and we see him shooting for a takedown. I mean, this is a very unorthodox style from Scatter, looking for a lot of spins. Is that man right there? Broomstick is having a little bit of problems trying to get anything going just due to the unorthodox style that is coming his way. The takedowns have been there often and early. The spins have been on display as well. And obviously they can catch you mid-combination and really, really start to have an effect on you. Lands another front kick to the face, trying to follow up with some striking to follow it down. Lead uppercut seems to be the strike of choice, trying to get his opponent to lean into that. Now the flying knee, but Broomstick's too composed for that. He knows the score, not looking to allow his opponent any easy opportunity to close the show. Once again, we see Scatter taking the back, probably going to go for the back take once again, or the back drag, obviously going to try and drag him down. He goes for the takedown this time, previous 2 times going for the back take. Opponent estimating that that one would be the same, but the slam was on, now trying to take his back. swarming in with only a minute 50 left to go. We've seen how it went in the previous 2 rounds when it hit the ground. He decides to separate himself. That's very, very interesting from Scatter.
I'm sorry, I had to go for a quick break there. But yeah, we're back. What's happened? Has it been the same story from Scatter, or is he standing at disadvantage?
It's been a little bit more on the feet this round, but oddly to the choice of Scatter, he's going for a lot of those upwards elbows into the spins, the knees, the unorthodox strikes. Definitely seems to be setting up an uppercut or a flying knee for the finish. I don't know if he's going to get it. I mean, Broomstick seems too composed on the feet, and quite honestly, the longer it stays here, the more success that man's going to have as he gets that pull back.
We have seen tonight we have seen many fighters come back from adversity. Fights they were losing, man, but 34 seconds, I don't know if he's going to pull it out the bag here. I'd be surprised if he did, but I think... But obviously it wasn't. Oh,
Jesus. I mean, look, Broomstick's really doing some great work on the feet. He's had excellent stamina management. Only 6 seconds left to go. He needs something big. Now is the time. Scatter probably walking away with the victory in this one. A lot of grappling pressure. Probably 1-1 going into that 3rd round, but very, very tough fight for Broomstick as we see Scatter picking up the first W for LFC of the evening. That man did great work right there, brother. I mean, you know, some people calling it cheesy in the chat. It's a hard style to deal with, that grappling style.
It is hard to deal with.
It is.
It's a successful style, in all fairness, it's a successful style to play, but it can be annoying, man. But yeah, unfortunately, Broomstick, I'm sure he'll be back. As we see, being in the chat, Max, aka GodAteMyPig, like smelly lad. Bang Bang as well, yeah, we got all the lads out in the night today. Chippy has a great accent, thank you very much.
That he does. Well, brother, honestly, non-stop action start to finish. We have not, failed to deliver thus far, and we don't expect to. On the next one, we're going to be having LW Shane. I believe this is his debut for the LW camp. He's going to be up against his former... That's right, Lethal Weapons. It's a new camp on the scene. I don't know if you've seen them. Yeah, they're new, brother. They're new. I mean, no, this is the thing. Shane used to previously be TMF, and he left amicably and everything else. Set up his own camp now, I believe. I don't know if he's the head of it or one of the kind of... I know he's one of the founding members. But he's going to go up against his previous camp in TMF Toolit. And we've seen Toolit have some phenomenal performances.
Yeah, man.
So I am really, really hyped for this one, brother. Featherweight as well. It's a fun matchup.
Yeah, man. I think more about Shane and I think I fought Lit a couple of times. Yes, it's going to be a great fight, man. TMF, a well-established camp in this community. And I'm looking forward to this.
They've always got killers, brother.
All the way McGregor. It's a good wee fight there.
Yes, I mean, this is a rematch that I would not mind seeing in real life, brother. For sure. I mean, we're going to get to see it here tonight and see how these guys are able to kind of give us maybe a foreshadow of how that would go. Starting out with that spin kick is too late. Looks like Shane is not backing up with the spin. The overhand, it looks like he's starting out quickly, but the stamina draining already, brother.
No regard for the stamina whatsoever. They just think that board's infinite. Oh, there's a nice little clinch attempt there. Couple uppercuts, mixing up well. Nice denial there. We flying knee.
Looking for a lot of power shots are both guys. Attacking the legs often and early as well. Nice little pivot off the center line. Attacking the body once again, trying to step off, but the precision of these Conor McGregor hands are really starting to get through, and Toolit definitely needs to be aware of that.
Yeah, man. Nice little teep kick there, yeah. I think Conor pretty good using them teeps, oh, flying needle, as we see. Is that Shane? Yeah, but Shane's doing a lot of flashy moves.
He is Shane fighting as Conor McGregor. As you said that, he starts to dial it back, brother. Going to those leg kicks now, trying to chop up that wood.
People don't realize Conor's still got some good leg kicks, man. Oh, my word, okay.
Max all the way with the heaters on the hands. Now clapping at him, trying to taunt out a little bit of mental warfare going on from Toolit. Has to be careful though. Conor McGregor's got those hands in the clinch as he's raining up those uppercuts.
Don't touch him, man. He's still dangerous. There's no doubt about that. Oh, packing him up with them kicks. Beautiful work, man. But yeah, as I was saying, you know, Conor's got some good leg kicks. I saw him using against Nate. Nice little cartwheel kick there. He can definitely, I know his legs have been kicked in by Poirier lately, but he can still use, he's still got some good calf kicks right now. Got oblique kicks, believe it or not, McGregor. Got good oblique kicks.
Yeah, and they can really start to interrupt your opponents. I know that Pudgy, shout out to Pudgy on the last broadcast, was, you know, talking about those, and he's absolutely right. They can definitely interrupt your opponent and start to really change the dimension of the fight, but
100%.
I don't know if we're going to get to see too much of that right now, man. These guys are throwing bombs with every single opportunity they can. Too-Lit trying to obviously take that outside approach. Trying to be a little bit more of the matador, and McGregor pressing forward into the spin.
Ooh.
He's trying everything he can. We've just seen maybe a little bit of a takedown attempt from Conor McGregor, as we saw in their first fight. Not this time, though. Don't know if his ACL is blown out or not. Trying to land those hands. Nice little step off once again from Max Holloway. Got to be very careful of stepping off into the power of Conor McGregor. That left hand will send you to sleep.
Oh, that was only your shadow dimension. The shadow realm. Yeah, that was a good wee run there. We said the water there. Yes, he said that drop, man. Came out of nowhere, in all fairness.
He did a quick succession of strikes. I mean, both opponents here with their picks. I mean, Conor McGregor, Max Holloway, you can really start to rain down 4, 5, 6 punch combinations when you get the opportunity, especially if you plant on them. We know how much that can really start to, you know, make a big difference in terms of the speed and the power of those combinations. Nice little duck under, tried to get the flying knee chipper, but nothing going on that one so far, brother.
Yeah, nothing going on there, bro. 100%. Oh. Yeah, nice little fake there, though. Lead leg kick, fake in the straight. Nice little combo there. Ooh.
I'm loving the body work from both guys. I mean, a little bit. Wow. Okay, he stepped out of it and into it to catch it. I mean, that's new.
That was very weird. Yeah. Nice little 1-2 down the pipe.
Loving the attitude between both guys at the moment, really trying to get the finish, obviously landing their strikes with vicious intent and, you know, trying to make them as impactful as they can be. Once again, in these sort of matchups there, Chip, it can really be just the very narrowest of margins that can cause it. We saw one a little bit earlier on where the guy that was losing the match potentially got the knocker right at the end.
Twice, man. Oh, body kick drop there.
Brother, this might be as Conor McGregor's got that power that can put you to sleep.
Hey, man, yeah, out of nowhere, man. That was a beautiful denial there as well. He can start, straight in the top, my good move. And the push up as well. See if this might be it.
Yeah, no, this is the type of power that puts you to sleep, and it does again tonight. Conor McGregor, LW Shane, picking up the W for his camp. That was a fun-ass fight, Chipper.
Fight, clean as it gets. What a fight. Good performance by Shane, is it? Yeah, Shane, man. What a way to just pick up the W, man. Great performance. Bit of adversity early. He got dropped. But he definitely came back. Wow. Great fight.
Well, talking about LW v TMF, we are going to be having another one. It's going to be LW Hanzo up against TMF Dale Denton, this time at welterweight. Now, we know that we love the old Dale Denton, my man. He's been around the scene for a long time with us, since the earliest of days. He is the comeback kid, as he is known. He's veteran. But he's up against it, you know, tonight once again, though. Hanzo has been around. That's previously Draccio, I do believe, fighting out the lightweight camp. You know, obviously shown to be dangerous over the time that he's been competing here, and looking to do much the same again tonight in the welterweight division up against TMF, Dale Denton, brother. Now, I know you probably trained with Dale a lot in the past as well, there, Chipper.
Many a time. Dale Denton is a great man to be around, 100%. He's just one of them guys who always brings a good time and good fights as well. So definitely always happy to see a Dale Denton fight. I think the guy's ever had a boring fight.
No, definitely he does not. Definitely he does not. Yeah, no, always a fun fight when this guy's involved, brother. Really is. I imagine that Hanzo's going to live up to that as well. He's picked the Kamaru Usman pick, maybe looking to implement a little bit of grappling. Obviously, the, fabled Tony Ferguson pick out of Dale Denton. He was undefeated with him for a very, very long time.
Man, Dale Denton's no joke.
No, his Tony Ferguson's one of those picks as well that really does work for his style. He has an unorthodox striking style. He has he utilizes his grappling defensively for the most part, and you'll look to see him get a lot more active as this fight goes on. He'll just stay maybe a little bit unusual in the first couple of rounds, trying to be defensive, looking to make reads on his opponent, and Hanzo's going to have to look to capitalize that and maybe try to start a little bit faster, knowing that the cardio of Usman really is going to, keep him in the fight no matter how much the output is, right?
Yeah, man, 100%. Tony and Usman have got some ridiculous cardio. You've seen a full leg kick there. Ooh, I forget Usman has that, man, honestly.
Oh! Oh! He sits him down! Already this is 3 minutes 35 on the clock, raining down strikes.
Oh my word, Dale Denton!
This is the fastest we've ever seen him start. I mean, he has the Donald Cerrone syndrome where he comes in here and he always starts slow and picks it up as the fight goes on, but tonight he's starting very quickly, gives a little bow.
Nice bow, yeah.
Look for this head kick.
Loves the chaos, Dale Denton, 100%, man. Oh, going at it, man. That's what you love to see. Dale showing he's definitely not a slow starter right now.
No, I mean,
I think he has been a bit slow at times to start off, but this time he's just coming out like a bull when he sees red, man, just going straight at it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy that, really worked on his stamina, management for a very, very long time, and that's why he's always come back into, been known as the comeback hit, but now obviously making the adjustment to the attacking realm as well and looking to get it going in the first round. I love it, Chipper. Lots of action already in the first 3 minutes, brother.
What we crave to see over here is beautiful. Nice done out there. Usman's a good pick, but Tony, you're not seeing too many Tonys nowadays. Tony's been on a bit of a skid.
Yeah, he's been debuffed a little bit, I believe. He's landing lovely shots once again, but let's not rule out Hanzo. Hanzo's a dangerous opponent in himself. Takes him down. Minute 10 on the clock, brother.
Nice turn tape on that. I'm gonna get it. See, Usman on top. Tony still got that ball in the game though. Don't get me wrong, he's still got them positions. See if Gil can maybe pull something shaky here. Rubber guard. Oh, does he get it? Right on cue.
And he gets that denial. That was perfect. Into the top mount, postured up, and now the ground and pound is gonna rain down from Tony Ferguson.
30 seconds now to go in round one.
That's a good job from Hanzo, getting his opponent now down into a postured down position, but not for long has he postured up, now trying to get those shots off, but once again the defense of Usman, LW Hanzo is reigning true. A phenomenal opening round, but you've got to imagine that is all Dale Denton in that opening first, brother.
Yeah, man, 100%. With that drop, he's definitely secured that round. That was a great opening run from Dale Denton. The veteran, the man, the myth, the legend. I drop with the jab. Don't see that too often. We drop with the jab, you see. The uppercut, jab, cling on the head, thinks him down on. But yeah, man, see if Dale come out a bit earlier with that ferocity again. Come out.
Yeah, I mean, we know that he has the ability to do it all, so is he going to come out in that same sort of way that he did before, that, forward pressure that he was putting out in the first round, or is he going to maybe take a bit more of a measured approach and try to get his opponent to walk onto something, starting quick here, and these shots are landing, at least on the block, but a lot of them bleeding through, Chipper.
Yeah, man. I'm no bleeding through, he definitely, Usman has definitely got the lower head health right now, but he'll backing up. Ooh, bit of a head movement there. Too successful, but yeah, I'll spin an elbow. Dale loves them. No, Dale loves them spinning elbows.
He does that, and he's got the stamina advantage here, so I mean, really, even if he goes to the ground, the advantage is really going to be a little bit in his favor. I mean, Tony Ferguson's no slouch on the ground, so
Definitely, but Dale's got that cardio deal. We do not the comeback kid, cardio deal. There we go. Oh, nice denial there from Dale. Definitely, man. Doing good, man, all around. You know, just showing good aspects of the game. Bomb is bomb. On point. Oh!
You see the roll out? That's beautiful!
Yeah. Same what he put against Pettis.
Now, once again, Dale's cardio looking very good. Hanzo's not looking shabby either, but slight advantage to Dale with the damage starting to bleed through once again. Both guys exchanging in the pocket. 2 minute 45 on the clock, Chipper. All to play for me as we hit the midway.
Definitely, man. Let me see some appreciation for this fight with chat right now. This has been great, man. Never flying knee, love them. I know Dale loves them flying knees, man. Definitely showing that by rarity with this game, man. It's just great to see.
Just over 2 minutes now to go in the round.
The 2 minutes he shot in the clock.
Oh, and the lead elbow into the straight. Lands it beautifully into the spinning elbow. The Superman punch. Once again, the unorthodox creativity of TMF. Dale, motherfucking Denton, reigning through once again. Hanzo's trying to do what he can, and he lands a beautiful uppercut. This is what he needs. He needs to pour on the pressure. Smell that blood. That killer instinct needs to kick in right now. After that success so far of Dale Denton. The recovery is there now, though, Chipper.
Yeah, he's still there. Tony can take a beat, man. He can still come forward. Especially got something like Dale Denton on the controller. Oh, nice little job there, but gets pulled the uppercut the way in.
Oh!
He's hurt bad. Oh, he might be out.
The head kick was there from Dale Denton on the inside. Surprisingly, it landed with the knee. Usman's still there, trading strikes.
Huge elbow there.
These guys are about to sit each other down, Chipper. I can't imagine it's going to go too much longer with only 25 seconds left on the clock.
And there comes the separation now.
What another great round there. As you see, taking him down, that remove there, secure a couple more points. Ride this round out with them little pitter-patter shots. You get him up. Good run, that good run.
Yeah, these guys putting on one hell of a display so far. We see 2 stuns, 2 TMF. Obviously, Hanzo picking up one of his own, and that first round was definitely all Dale with those 2 knockdowns. So Hanzo definitely needs to turn up in this 3rd round and maybe start going forward with a little bit of reckless abandon. But what a body kick! And again!
Oh, drops him.
That's how you sit your opponent down.
Yeah, that's why you put him on his arse. And look at Dale's stamina as well, man. Still high up, as I was saying earlier. Cardio Dale.
If Dale Denton can start every fight like this and maintain this sort of cardio, he's a problem. Look at him attacking the body, the spins. Nice work from Hanzo trying to answer back.
Don't put any respect on Usman's name. Put some respect on Dale's name, because this has been nothing but masterful, man. Look like a wizard out there, man.
Oh!
Honestly, what flying knee, man.
I mean, Usman is trying everything he can. Hanzo is trying to answer back with something, but Dale Denton is on his A-game this evening, attacking the body, attacking the head, and really just leaving his opponent guessing on what's coming next.
Oh, and he lands a punch there. Good connection
Really
on that.
painting the picture of art, man. This has been great so far by Dale. See a little couple of hooks. He's not been using, he's trying to use substrates and sub-hooks, Usman, but not relatively any success with him.
No, I mean, Hanzo knows that Usman's got that power, so he's got 3 minutes on the clock. His cardio isn't great, but
oh my word!
The diving punch lands flush to the head.
Oh, this
he's dead. Like, there's no way. How is he surviving this?
Side control now. Oh, he's got the knee on the belly.
I don't understand. How did Hanzo survive that exchange?
What is this man's head made out of?
All right, side control now. Oh, nice job working hard.
Smart move, getting back up, see if he can get
Oh
my word.
I mean, look, Hanzo is not out of this, but the head health is blinking even when he's not taking damage now, Chipper, and that's a problem.
He doesn't know how to go down, man. Honestly, that's a leader.
Oh!
Oh my word. Let him back up. Dale's like, come on, man, let's get him with the clean
that's why you don't play with your food. Be careful, Dale. Don't let it slip from you. This has been a masterful performance so far, and Hanzo still in there trying to get that finish himself.
couple times as well. Don't play your food deal. You need to learn, man.
Usman's another one of those guys that came and
No,
doesn't
this is definitely Dale's fight right now. Oh!
And just like that, the fight is
Dale Denton with the flying knee.
Beautiful shot to end the fight right there. It couldn't have
Wow.
landed much
Me
more
here on
flush
the
than
shot.
it did, and I'm not even sure the opponent saw it coming, quite frankly.
Yeah, as Bomba says
near
there in
perfect
shot.
execution on the strike that ultimately results in the KO here tonight.
Phenomenal
May I am
performance,
speechless.
It ends up
What a
being
fight.
It's really a striking clip
Dale
from the
just
moment they
manages
touch
to
it.
surprise me more and more, man. Honestly, wow, what a performance.
that ended the fight, but
Now we
That was some craziness right there. What a fight, back and forth. Respect to both guys, but TMF,
Oh, yeah.
Dale Denton getting back one for the team. And, you know, obviously, I'm sure he's going to be happy with that performance right there. I mean, it doesn't come as
Flying.
clean as it does.
Oh, you're flying fucking Denton, bro. That's what you just said.
He was
Dale's getting
flying
over
through the
next
air,
game,
brother.
too. Yeah, my mum was levitating. Doing the Harry Potter shit. Definitely, man, that was just pure masterful from him. Wow.
Well, with that one in the bag, we have an interesting matchup next. We're going to be having the one and only Mystic Mac. This man has been around the scene for a very long time, since the early IFL days. Likes to
Return of the Mac.
Yeah, the return of the Mac, brother. He likes to work that jab a lot, Chipper. And, I mean, very all-round good striking, right? But
I've had a couple runs with Mark. You know, this man is the pinnacle of this community. He's been around, done it all, have main events, been ranked high, been ranked low, come back. He's done everything, man. Mystic Mac is just a phenomenal fighter, and every time I see his name pop up on a card, I just cannot wait to say, I think he's worked on his scrap. I'd like to think he's worked on his scrap. I haven't seen Mark fight in a while. That's been a pivotal point of his game, was his grappling, but I think he's improved that now, and I think he still has a big problem, as you're saying, his jabs. You know, he's very good with them straight punches on his distance. Yeah,
They-
for the zombie.
they really do start to cause a problem, that jab. I mean, a lot of people can't really deal with it, Chippy, you know, when the jab is just
Yeah, man.
continually being popped in your face, and it's one of the...
Well, I've been a victim of that many times. See, in UFC 3 as well. In UFC 3, that job used to be something to worry about, man. I used to fear that job.
Well, I
In
mean,
all fairness.
in UFC 4, and I mean, especially, I kind of calling a lot of these fights, I would say it's one of the more underutilized tools.
Yeah,
Is a
man.
really good,
Underrated.
educated
Yeah.
jab, and that's what Mystic Mac has. But I don't know if that jab's going to really have to come into play tonight, because he's up against LFC Zombie, who is a phenomenal
yeah.
grappler and a very unorthodox striker. So he's not going to have the same sort of angles coming at him in a traditional way, or I wouldn't imagine from Zombie. So with it being a heavyweight fight, I mean, these guys really do not have any room for error. We see John Jones up against Daniel Cormier. Mystic Mac using John Jones, trying to utilize that reach and that jab. Daniel Cormier, of course, being Zombies.
Yeah, if Mac can blend in a couple of teeth kicks as well with Jones, that'd be good. And Cormier, you already know what he's going to be doing, that Daniel Cormier pick. Well, especially with the... Tell you what, DC's got hands. DC's got hands as well.
He
So
can
I'm
get
looking forward to it.
inside the, inside that range, inside that pocket, and really start to beat John Jones to the punch, due to John Jones just having a
Yeah.
very long range. But obviously, John Jones has those knees and elbows that make you think twice about stepping forward recklessly. So, as we say that, what a takedown from Zombies early.
There we go.
High amplitude to start us out. We'll have to see if he's going to continue that momentum on the ground, whether he's working for some ground and pounds or the submission. Looks like ground and pound is the option tonight, brother, and I cannot disapprove. Ground and pound definitely an interesting way to go.
Definitely, man. Looking pretty successful as well. You know, as I said earlier, Jones was not the best bottom game. It's alright, manageable. Obviously, get up there, it was good work. Using our classic full guard bump.
Yeah, and this is where John Jones or Mystic Mac wants to be. You see him already popping out that jab, trying to find his range with it, firing after the straight with it, but the body work too often, too early. Uppercut counter from Zombies as he's trying to push forward and get some more damage off, but nice recovery from John Jones so far, brother.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there we go.
Back and forth, mate. Obviously,
yeah, back and forth. before.
Zombies is doing a good job of when he gets inside of range throwing strikes. He cannot be just idly standing there. Obviously lots of options for John Jones to strike that smaller opponent with knees, elbows and the such. Mystic Mac doing a good job of maintaining range, but definitely needs to start getting a little bit more consistency with that jab, I feel, if he's going to be able to maintain it efficiently enough.
Yeah, man, definitely. See, Gage starting to utilize them hands at DC. Stepping up with that rear uppercut a lot. You think Mac would hopefully catch on to that. Nice little deep kick though to push him back.
Yeah, with the taller opponent as well, those pull counters really start to become available. Looking for that spin kick once again was Zombies, but the strikes raining through for Mystic Mac, trying his best to land these strikes with pinpoint precision.
Yeah, man, sort of put it on a bit. As you see, trying to utilize that jab. He hasn't really got a chance to utilize Zombies just being in his face the whole time. Bit of a stamina disadvantage as well for Mac here, as you can see.
Yeah, it's very, very narrow, but definitely there, as you mentioned, and that could play a big factor if Zombie's able to get his opponent down in the second round. We'll have to see how they recover. We know John Jones has a phenomenal recovery, as does Daniel Cormier, but that knockdown was a big, big moment in that first round, and likely winning Daniel Cormier that round, and Zombie's probably feeling very, very confident as a result coming into the second there, bro.
Yeah, man, 100%.
Nice pullback and the uppercut. Now Zombie's smelling blood. The reach, a little bit of a problem. Cannot get Mystic Mac on the end of those punches. Mystic Mac once again going back to that jab, trying to land the straight behind it. Nothing really going so far as DC marches forward and continues to try to land some of these nice inside shots there.
Yeah, man. Nice little takedown there. See, and he gets it as well. You know, Mystic Mac, his ground game, you know, it isn't the best to be fair, but it's been improved, as I can tell here right now. That beautiful full guard sweep straight into the getup, you know, mixing it up.
Yeah.
Must be accepted.
Mystic Mac staying very, very active on bottom, right? He's not wasting any time, active hips, and getting back to his feet once again. And this is where he gets his best work done, so more time he can, you know, start to feel the rhythm, start to utilize that jab, the better he's going to really, really start to pan out across the course of this 3-round fight. But with 3 minutes left to work, this is anybody's game there, and both guys look as game as ever, trying to get their opponent out in some sort of emphatic knockout with a lovely check hook.
That was good, you know. Zombie's been doing good tonight, you know, just getting in that close range, man, just starting to put it on. I've seen numbers way back there. Oh, flying knee.
I mean, I'm surprised he didn't get more from it. That was beautifully timed, but landed right on the button as well.
Mac needs to use a couple more kicks here, just maybe a couple of tapes and just keep him at distance. You know, Zombies is walking in here with no regard.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to hit your opponent with that much of a reach deficit, right? When your opponent's starting to utilize this jab, this leg kick, the straight that goes behind it, using a lot of those rangy attacks and utilizing the reach to absolute perfection so far. Obviously, Cormier's had success himself, but definitely needs to get on the inside, Chippy, and maybe look for that takedown if he gets the opportunity.
Yeah, man. Most definitely. This has been a good wee fight as well, to be fair. Zombies definitely got the stamina advantage I was on about earlier, but the Mac just using them jabs and them straights. Keeping them.
Oh, that was.
Oh.
I honestly thought that uppercut was going to land. It always looks like it's going to. It just gives me visions of, you know, when Derek Lewis knocks out his opponent as he shoots in for the takedown, just sends him to hell.
Yeah, it was Curtis Blades.
I think it was. I think it was. Yeah.
Disrespect to that last punch.
Now, I mean, as we go into potentially this third round there, I mean, the cardio of Mystic Mac definitely becoming a problem, and this ground and pound brutal from Zombies. Lovely work from him. He's going to have a stamina advantage, and that was big damage to close out the round from him. I mean, in a round that he's potentially winning. He got the 2 stuns. I mean, it looked like the most significant strikes from Mystic Mac over the course of the round, but the big 2 stuns probably stole that round for Zombies, or at least how I would call it there, Chippy.
Yeah, man.
Nice work. Leans into that hook. Once again, Mystic Mac trying to utilize that range as he lands the straight into the head kick.
Wobble DC is.
Got those chicken legs going a little bit.
Dance, yeah. Chicken dance. What does he see? Mark using that jab uppercut hook. I feel like Zombie would catch on to that. Maybe try to get a pullback on it. But yeah, he's been prevalently using that. If Mac supposed to combo, his first punch seems to be rounded. So if Zombie caught on to that, he can maybe pull back.
Excellent observation, Chippy, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh!
Oh!
That straight has been money, the left hook on the button.
That's what I'm talking about. Jab, uppercut, lead hook. It is a devastating, skull-crushing combo. You see, and he definitely got that block work done a wee bit as well. Mac does.
Not wasting any time. These guys trying to get the judges out of the equation. 3 minutes 55 on the clock. Now going for the takedown is Zombies, and he secures this one. Half guard, plenty of time to work, and we know how dangerous Daniel Cormier can be when he's in top control.
Yeah, got that ground and pound. He's got it all, man. Toosh John as well, in all fairness, he's got that ground and pound as well. As we see, Mac get the reversal. Let's see if he can get a couple of that ground and pound I was talking about with John Jones.
I don't think he wants it. You know,
smart enough.
We've said it at the beginning of the fight, though, Chippy. I mean, obviously his striking is where his bread is buttered, and even though he's maybe made some adjustments in that ground game, I mean, he's definitely feeling very confident on the feet as we see him landing beautiful combinations.
If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Oh,
we get dog kick. Never mind.
Zombies once again finding an opportunity to get the stun.
That's why the DC have a heel kick. Hold on. Did I see that right?
Bro, he's thrown about 4 of them in this fight. It's been madness.
Me, I haven't caught on. I thought it was a bit of a spin backwards, but no. Oh, there we go. Nice little turn.
This is where Zombies wants to be with that stun. A little bit of top control might be the difference in this fight. I don't know how I'm scoring this overall. I mean, both guys having massive moments and pockets of success, but Zombie looking the fresher in terms of stamina. The head health maybe a little bit fresher for Mystic Mac, but a very, very evenly contested fight across the stretch as he sits him down.
Oh, last minute.
Is that the thing that changes it?
Oh, it would be some crack they pulled off. That's 5 seconds.
I mean, Zombies feels confident. He did not care at the end there. I feel like he feels that he has got this one in the bag. Show of respect and a well played to his opponent, and one received back. What a great fight, Chipper. What a great fight, brother.
What a fight. What a fight. That was amazing, man. Don't know who's got it here. See a couple of head kicks here in the replays. Zombie picking up the W's, and what a battle won victory. You know, I was a well-deserved win. Dog deep, got that last knockdown. Really kind of won the fight off that. Wow.
Yeah, you know, another great win. I mean, obviously that's the second win for his camp this evening. These guys doing great work, showing utilization of mixing in the grappling and the striking, and was able to get the job done this evening. We're going to be moving on to another very, very fun fight. We're going to be having Swish Bity. He's going to be stepping up this evening. Obviously, Swish Bity, being a previous opponent of mine, another LFC member, has very, very dangerous grappling and has underrated striking to go with it as well. He has a dangerous opponent, though, Chippy. I don't know if you come across him yourself, but TP Mega Marshall. This man has shown to have some very, very dangerous hands in the past, and interested to see how he matches up.
Yeah, I'm not aware of Mega Marshall, but I'm very aware of Swish Bity. I've seen Swish Bity around the block. He's in chat right now, if I'm not wrong, giving his opinion on things. If he's Swish Bity in there, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this fight. As I said, LFC is a well-established camp. Definitely got some great lads out of there. I'm looking forward to this. TP, technical pressure at the new camp. I've seen that around the block. One of my former opponents, Lapo's in it, so shout to Lapo.
Yes, sir.
But yeah.
I mean, they are, you know, an up-and-coming camp for sure. They've got some great signings. I've seen a couple of the names in there, Mega
man.
Marshall being one of them, as you mentioned, Lepo, I believe, being maybe the founding member, if I'm not incorrect.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So, yeah, no, interesting to see how these guys match up. As you said, LFC, VTP. We have Dustin Poirier, a Volkanovski pick from Swish bity as he tries to attack the body in the opening going.
It's been camp on camp action tonight.
Lots and lots of camps now coming up. Obviously trying to make a name for themselves, getting their teammates out there, putting on beautiful performances start to finish. And quite honestly, the level of competition that's been available in PrimeTime has been phenomenal, brother. Couldn't have asked for more as we came into into UFC 4.
Most definitely, the work everyone puts in, especially, you know, it is great to see everyone puts in their bit. It is phenomenal to see, and I'm just so happy to see how far it's come.
Well, right
especially
now,
the players as well.
So, as I could say to you, there, Chippy, brother, right now we're seeing Mega Marshall marching forward. He was doing a great job of maintaining the center of the cage, but you see him do it again. That's such an educated footwork from this man, and, you know, really, really kind of goes well with the name of his camp, that technical pressure.
Yeah, man. Most definitely, yeah, that is, they're living up to the camp name right now.
It's just the fact he circles out, he's not content to follow his opponent, trying to cage cut more than anything else and keep his opponent backed up against that cage. Swish bity's answering back with some nice shots when he gets the opportunity. This range may be a little bit of a problem as he lands a beautiful check hook. Marching forward, trying to get the finish, but he's got to be careful. Dustin Poirier's got power of his own. It will only take one to sit him down. We've seen it so many times already tonight, as in many of events in the past. Swish bity once again trying to feint down to those bodies. Hits it again and again. Wonder if Mega Marshall's going to start to make that read. Look for that uppercut or the knee up the center to counter that shot. Nice work from him already. Lands it once again. Lead uppercut into a straight. Swish bity answering back, but honestly, this is a very, very measured striking approach from Dustin Poirier. I would love to see maybe Swish bity try to implement the grappling a little bit more, as I feel that that is potentially where his advantage is going to lay.
Oh, there we go. I'm back now. Yeah, Swish bity. Oh, did you see? Didn't get the takedown there. You know, Volkanovski's got a very good lead leg kick as well to throw up. Give it a bit more of it. Most definitely, man.
Once again, highly contested fight. These guys leaving it all out there. Technical pressure out here, living up to their camp name. Like you say, cage cutting, being very, very much taking the center of that cage. Trying to answer back to everything is LFC. Swish B has to be very, very careful, though, as he has been so far over the opening going of that first round. But with only a potential 8 minutes 31 on the clock, he knows that he's going to have to maybe eat some of this damage to give some of the damage at a certain point.
Man. Definitely, as you see, Mega Marshall, he's been doing a good job so far. But his legs, your legs are a tiny bit hurt, but I think it's going to cause him too much harm. As you see, yeah, I was talking about them leg kicks of Volkanovski. No joke, man. He can kick them legs apart. Nice little jabs there, you know, pitter patter.
Yeah, those pitter-patter shots, I mean, that isn't pitter-patter, that's some power right there.
That's not pitter-patter.
Mate, he smells blood, he is trying to live.
Let me knock your head off, puncher. It's just like front kick there just to tell him to piss off pretty much. Oh, and we see him get rocked.
Once again, going to the body. I mean, he's done that so often.
Yeah, this is technical pressure, man. Living up the limits is definitely technical pressure. You know, high, low, like combo straight, mixing up with these jab lead, hook straight. That's a nice little combo there.
Yeah,
Great,
working
man.
well for him is the combinations, is the pressure. Mega Marshall looking fantastic. Excellent check. And you see the right leg health sneakily low for Mega Marshall. Those leg attacks starting to add up, as is the check.
Yeah, definitely, man. And I used to be a big fan of the Volkanovski pick. We usually have leading leg kicks, you know, they're devastating, man. I think it was Stee, I think he's on this card as well tonight. You know, I utilised him leading leg kicks against him very well, Volkanovski. So that's definitely a good thing to use. As we saw, he was using the rear leg kicks tonight with Jakeyb.
With Jakeyb, I'll have to pull it up, brother. There's been so many action-packed fights. I think we've seen a couple of little Gaethjes this evening, but
nothing but wars tonight. Been great, man. Obviously, a nice little takedown though from Swish bity there.
And this is what he's been needing, brother. There's only a minute left on the clock, but I mean, if anybody can get something working, it's gonna be Swish B for sure.
100%, man. These nice little posture up there. Gets the deny on the way up. Ooh.
Oh, brutal ground and pound.
Get up. Near. Listen, you think maybe Swish bity after seeing that might in the third round come back out here and try to get him down, get some of that ground and point. Oh, but maybe he can finish it now.
Oh, this is brutal.
Oh, it's just close.
I don't know if he's going to get one more at the end of this round, but that was excellent work. The head health was savaged at the end of that round, and the leg health blinking without even taking damage. That's great work from Swish bity. It's been a very, very close fight, but my God, is it all to play for come this third round, brother?
Clattering the man right now. Clattering, that's the only way to describe it. He is just, that last like couple of exchanges there on the ground, he was just absolutely just smashing his head into that canvas. You see, straight away, the takedowns, what you gotta do, man, take them down. Let me try to get him the mount. Do that ground pound. See, LFC definitely has a good grappling history, as you saw earlier with Skater. I can't even say it. Skater.
Swish B. Right now, Swish B is obviously having a much better work, and with 4 minutes left on the clock, this man's got a high-level pedigree of grappling. His jiu-jitsu does reign true. He's got sneaky submissions. His all-round ground and pound is there as well, as we see him feinting. Now getting the back flat.
Ooh,
this is going to be very tight. Throw strikes, he does not go for it. He's just going to cinch it up, concentrating little by little. That is adding up.
Oh, if I make a bunch, I'd be kind of panicking right now.
Yes, mate.
Oh, this is a good sleep. Oh, Andy, oh.
Submission. Yeah, I mean, sends him to sleep. Dustin Poirier is not tapping. Not now, not ever, not in that one. And
it wasn't tapping, now he's napping.
Yes, he is. That he is. Swish B picking up another big W for LFC, 3-0 this evening. Big shout out to that man right there, showing that I was definitely right to be worried about his takedowns. You know, he is a problem on the ground.
Yeah, definitely made the correct adjustments that fight. You know, he was down until he started really to show that success on the ground. So let's see the stats here as well. You know, all props on him, man. What a way to have a performance. In all fairness,
it really was. Genuinely, brother, genuinely. I mean, once again, I mean, we've said it so many times already, but it's absolutely true. There has been nothing but non-stop action start to finish, and I don't imagine that these guys are going to do anything other than just that. AJS Ghost up against Guinness, also known as Stee.
Oh, the man I was talking about earlier.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, I mean, just to kind of give you a little background, AJS Ghost got very, very great, you know, good hands, all-round grappling as well. Comes from a very, very well-respected camp in the AJS camp. They've been around for quite some time now, been putting on beautiful performances start to finish. You know, obviously he is up against a very tough opponent, though, Chippy. And I mean, the only thing I'm going to say on Stee is that this man's dangerous to the very last bell, brother.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I've seen that. This man is something like you have to stay. You have to sit in your seat. Like, seeing you're sitting against, you have to be. I'm sitting forward, man. I am so concentrated when fighting this man because he can just pull anything out of the bag at any moment. He is just a great guy to watch as well. You know, he's got a very good style, so I'm looking for this every time he has a fight. It is always fireworks, man.
Honestly, brother, honestly. Welterweight's a great weight class for this one to take us into the card, of course. Luke Thompson is the pick. Proper Steve with the Luke, AJS Ghost with Thompson. Definitely beautiful picks for both guys. I don't imagine we're going to see too much grappling. Maybe a little bit out of the way of Proper Steve, but I know that these guys like to throw hands, and I think that's what we're going to get to see tonight, brother.
What I love, man. Stephen Thompson is a great pick as well. I appreciate that pick a lot. And then they look at, you know, this is a great matchup here. I'm pretty sure these boys have fought in the palace before.
Yeah, I'm not 100% certain. We'll have to try to check the files when I can, but lovely.
Wonder Boy. I think Wonder Boy.
Luke, yes, they did. Yeah,
they have. But Wonder Boy, if you know how to use Wonder Boy right, he is a problem to be against. He's a real problem. But the thing is, about Ventino, he's got that power in his hands, man. And he's got the submission game as well to go with it. A twister from bottom. As you saw, Crypto in the chat, he pulled that out in a PrimeTime ESBL feature card.
The twister,
yeah. Yeah, the twister, never forget that. Nice little kick there from
I mean, Property's doing a great job of attacking the legs and working the jab when he's in range to do so. AJS Ghost having a little bit of issue. Nice body kick, but has to be a little bit careful because the power of Property can really start to add up very, very quickly with the hands of Luke.
Yeah, man.
Once again, right now, AJS Ghost trying to take an outside approach. That leg check gets him hurt. Now answering back and attacking the leg again is Proper Stee. The stamina may become a little bit problematic with all of these leg kicks attempted, but he is trying everything he can to get the job done in an emphatic fashion, as we would expect from Proper Stee in all of his outings thus far. See him taking the center of the stage, being very calm and composed. Lovely leg check once again from Ghost, and again. Got those steel checks this evening for sure. The head movement is definitely on point for Stee though, as he slips off the center line, lands a nice little two-piece. That leg is bruised and battered from Thompson, definitely becoming problematic.
Oh, little front kick there.
Oh! Lovely body rock from AJS Ghost. Now the ground and pound for the finish. Landing these shots, but the defense is on point for Luke thus far. And once again, Proper Stee gonna survive this one. We've seen this many times in the past. He's not out until he is truly and utterly face down on the canvas.
He's not out. He's face down ass up on that canvas. Oh, holy smoke. Nice little side step though from the RC to get that distance. But yeah, Wonder Boy's a problem to deal with, man. Especially when you start blending that head movement, man. The problem as you were saying, the leg kicks from Stee as well, they were very good. But that was a good round. Been a great fight so far.
Honestly, it is, brother. It is. It's taking us ever closer to the main card, of course. Just as a quick rundown, as we are loading into the next round, we're going to be having Trickzzy, GodAteMyPig, Fadnator, Dirty Dave, Smart Brady is going to be a late replacement up against Purple Urkle, Tadpole Pudgy. So many fights. I mean, honestly, cannot wait for it, brother. Cannot wait for it.
So great. It's a great night of fight to have us, mate. I'm just so honoured to be in this booth right now.
Pleasure to have you as always, brother. He's answering some nice hooks there. Stee trying to answer back with power shots of his own with the overhand. This might be it with one or two more shots.
Oh, just nearly. Just about.
My God, he's not over yet. He gets the reversal. Nice defense from AJS Ghost, but he has to be careful. That head health is definitely seen better days.
He's just surviving, man, honestly. Oh, nice little leg kick there. He's back on the feet, you know, Barry AJ Ghost. He's definitely got the stamina advantage. He start working that body a bit more, see me drain that stamina a bit more, but his head health is very low. If I were a bit defensive, try getting over full back counter maybe.
Oh, that was a nice elbow from him right there. Now firing off those shots, trying to break the block and get through those final shots that will close the show. But so far, so good. The evasive movement of Thompson is keeping him in this fight. 3 minutes 45 on the clock there, Jibby. Lots and lots of time to get the job done.
Yeah, man. We were saying earlier, these guys are not out of the run.
This might be it. The head held. No! The defense into the top mount.
Honestly, this man just doesn't know how to just get knocked out, man. This guy he just keeps surviving, man. He's just so hard to put out. I can't put it into words how this man is still on his feet and still returning these punches. See, next little misses in the side kick. Oh.
Brutal sequence of shots to attack his opponent's head, then body. Now both guys showing a little bit more of a measured approach over the last 1 minute 30 of this second round. Big head kick miss. Attack to the body, counter for his opponent, but these guys are definitely starting to feel the wear of the pace and the damage that they've been able to inflict as he knocks him down again. Honestly, what a phenomenal fight. The switch kick lands from Luque. Proper Stee trying to put on a show as he goes to it once again. AJS Ghost trying to make every adjustment he can, waiting for that counter, trying to use the speed, but the power of Stee lands again. What a knockout.
Wow. What a fight as well. Classic 1-2 head kick down the pipe, finishes the job. You know, veterans away from Stee, you know, he's been around for a while, man.
Yeah, no, he really has. And I mean, this time he didn't need to go to the last couple seconds of the round to get that knockout. He gets the job done. And honestly, both guys looking pretty good tonight, but back and forth battle. Stee able to get the better of the matchup this evening, and that made for one hell of a fun fight, man. Honestly, every single one of them has. I don't think we're going to get to see the stats. We are not, but with that one, we are upwards and onwards onto the next one. Another PlayStation bout for you here. It's going to be TSG Storm up against Magical Cloud. Magical Cloud, the man that got the 15-second knockout, I believe, in his last one.
15-second knockout?
Yeah, he came up with Conor McGregor in the last card in the fight night, and my God, did this man make sure to know he knew his name. He slept this guy in seconds. I cannot wait to see how he matches up this evening. Was that a one-hit wonder? He's going Conor McGregor again, so we'll have to see.
I need to watch that. I need to rewatch that. That sounds good. And TSG is what's that? The Straight Goats, if I'm not wrong.
I believe so. Yes, I believe so.
Smart Brady's in that camp. I know there's a couple of people in that camp.
Well,
camp to be reckoned with.
For sure. I mean, if he's got Brady in the camp, know that Storm's been trading with some veterans of the game, for sure. Yeah, but he's going to need to have... I mean, Magical Cloud does not take any prisoners, my man. He is looking to take your head off at any moment's time with Conor McGregor. As I say that, we're joined in the booth by the one and only Doctor Who. How are you doing, brother?
I'm always good to be on these cards, watching them, see what they can showcase. As you were mentioning, Magical Cloud came back with that brilliant knockdown last week. Can he put it off? Will be the question this week.
I mean, honestly, mate, the speed in which he was able to do it last time, it's going to be incredibly hard to replicate that, but Magical Cloud looked incredibly smooth previously, has an opportunity to showcase his skills again. Like you say, is it that 5-second knockout that we saw before, or does his opponent manage to take him into a little bit deeper waters in this one?
Well, to be fair, he started out quite aggressive, using McGregor's power, trading, happy to do it.
Mate, this is beautiful pressure, right? He uses his forward pressure to set his opponents up for the counters. It's very Conor McGregor-esque. I can see why he picks him.
Yeah.
Beautiful work, right, Jibby?
if you know how to manage your stamina with a pig like McGregor and non-damage, it is devastating, man. And being on that body work, as well as we're seeing these teep kicks, you know, if you get body working with McGregor as well, it is just ferocious and nasty.
Look at him just stepping out of range effortlessly so far. I mean, I don't want to count Storm out. I know Storm comes from a dangerous camp, but honestly, this movement looking very good. That was a nice body shot and another one once again from Storm.
Beautiful.
That's what you need against a Conor McGregor. Get that cardio down, take a little bit of a pop off those punches because they hurt. Look at this. Look at the damage he's doing already.
Yeah, man. See, this is just beautiful from me. Teeps to the body, lift it up high. I like these teeps who have been great. And Cash is out switch kick that time. Don't let him have it. Let him roll away. But definitely, man, this is just beautiful.
This has been
methodically breaking
Magical's. Yeah, Magical is currently leading the fight. He's just picking his shots, sticking around. Volkanovski's getting a lot of shots on his block. I think Volkanovski's block stats quite high, so it doesn't really matter, but he should be looking to at least trade or counter in some aspect, because if you don't start damaging McGregor's chin early, you're going to have a really difficult time coming back in this fight.
Yeah, man.
Now, this is an excellent approach from Storm. I was just about to call for it. This man has such clean hands. Why not test his takedown defense as he did there? That power takedown slams him down. Now, obviously, with a minute 50 left to work, Doc, this is your wheelhouse. What would you like to see out of Storm?
Probably a top mount position, but instead goes with side control. Volkanovski doesn't really have much apart from crucifix here. Maybe look for that top mount. Top mount's arguably the best position in this game, especially when it comes to damage. Side control used to be back in UFC 3, but it isn't the case now. Looking, he's got the top mount transition, probably want to go for, but instead goes for the heavy ground and pound, dig into that block, which is what was needed, especially after he took those heavy shots on the feet against McGregor.
Kind of said it better myself. Oh, but gets the reverse of him. Nice work.
Now, obviously, Chippy, I know that you've got those hands for days, brother. You've got to imagine that Conor's going to want to get the separation as soon as he can.
Yeah, man. Most definitely about him. Get back on that feet. Okay, that damage. But yeah, it is good sometimes. You know, a couple of seconds after, just try to get control time. You know, just try to secure the round because he's definitely got around there. Nice, then out there.
It's an excellent observation. Excellent observation, Chippy. I mean, obviously, not a lot of time left on the clock, and just showing his opponent he's got some grappling chops of his own. Now taking his back to close it out, and maybe his opponent doesn't want to go to the ground as much now, and he's left kind of thinking, "What can I do?" The striking, the grappling, it seems to all be there for Magical Cloud, which is you know,
anything you can do, I can do better. It's just what he is saying.
I mean, you should also know that in general, the bomb games are quite a difficult game, especially in this game. If you don't have a guy who's got submission attacks, just go, hello, this exists, I could possibly wrap you up in the Kimura, you're kind of redundant on bottom and are relying on that full guard. And if you don't have a great full guard, that's going to be a massive issue.
Yeah,
which I think was definitely for the case of Volkanovski, because Volkanovski doesn't have a very threatening full guard.
Yeah.
He doesn't, but he's doing great work with the switch kicks in the second round, Chippy. I mean, attacking the body, and we called it in the first round. That body attack is going to be absolutely vital to success.
Crucial. Yeah, it's going to be crucial, especially with McGregor's cardio. No, isn't the best, but if you can body tickle someone's body, but like Ed Parker, if you know who that is,
yes,
the body tickler, you know, you can definitely, it is vital, man, when you play McGregor.
We can already see the damage on the left-hand side of Conor McGregor's body right there. The nice leg check. Right now, Storm's doing a great job of making this a little bit dirtier into a bit of a dogfight. And, I mean, you want to stay technical if you're Conor McGregor. You want this to be a bit of a chess battle.
Sometimes you just have to let it loose. Sometimes you just can't help your shoulders being here.
Oh, brother, my problem, but what a pullback counter. The slip out there. Now he's marching forward, landing these shots on the block, sits him down. This isn't going to be a finish quite yet, but he's not out of the woods. Storms is hurting with these shots raining through. Mystical Cloud once again looking phenomenal in the striking realm.
This has just been, oh, look at that, man. Just lighting him up, man. High, low. He needs John Rogers going down body, but yes, this is what he needs. A takedown, big slam, throw him on his hole, as we see there. But yeah, this has been great so far. Magical.
Now, once again, Storm definitely needs as much of this as he can get just to maybe get some of the pop out of his punches. The armbar now testing the submission defense.
Yeah,
definitely doesn't have the stamina advantage. That's going to be a massive issue, especially with how difficult these subs are to get half the time.
Oh, but he is starting to get a tiny bit here. But I think he's just trying to test his game out a bit more. But I don't think he's going to be getting
give
by
up the full guard, though.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, he's given up the position, unfortunately, but he's definitely, I mean, making it very, very close considering he had a stamina deficit as he entered that submission attempt. I mean, you've got to imagine that although was not ideal, he's going to have a lot of confidence that if he's able to get a submission in a better position, then maybe he's able to sink that one in and, you know, take it home with him.
Yeah, man, but just he's back in the feet again. Right into the stumbling grounds for Magical. Ooh.
He's very much taking this pressure, looking for those couple of shots. He knows that he won the first round with McGregor. He's just looking for that one shot and he lands it now.
Once again, the Conor McGregor lands a front kick to the face, able to get his opponent rocked. And Storm I was actually about to make an observation that he was doing phenomenal in the pocket now and really starting to land shots through the block on his opponent. But once again, the precision of Conor McGregor just absolutely on the button at the end of that round to, you know, to stun his opponent.
Yeah, man. He is playing Conor McGregor how you should play Conor McGregor. And that is volume mixed in with technical pressure. Phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, using that forward pressure beautifully, just making his opponent feel his presence, getting his opponent to overcommit to some of those shots. And, you know, as you mentioned, the counter shots, the power that he's been able to place perfectly on the chin has been beautifully so far executed.
Yeah, this guy's a problem, man. I'm looking at this guy right now, PS, and I'm like, damn, I kind of want to fight this guy now. I'm just saying, man, this guy is just he's showing up and showing out, man. He's been great. But I'm not counting out Magic here. Like, he can do, sorry, Storm. Oh, Magic. I'm not counting Storm out here. I've actually seen multiple times tonight people doing so well, but then they just get finished out of nowhere, man. So, Storm is still in this fight, man. Don't count this man out. Let's see, back in at a half guard.
No, I mean, Storm has definitely shown lots of moments for success in the grappling, in the striking, but now his back is taken. Magical Cloud's in a dominant position, able to get the backside position, but that's a beautiful separation. Much of what you would expect from Conor McGregor in his correct stance, now firing off shots. The power hand lands beautifully on the chin.
Narrowly avoids it though, and McGregor starts putting on this massive amount of pressure. Volkan's kind of playing on the back foot, unsure where to go. He's definitely relying on that power, that single leg, and he lands it for the second time in a row.
Yeah, he keeps getting these power takedowns.
Yeah, it goes from a north-south position. That's interesting. So he gets the sprawl position, now attempts a guillotine. But we saw how deadly the top mount armbar is. It could quite possible that he gets this. Just staying very close on his tracking though.
Lots of time on the clock for this one. Stamina's in a much better position. You see the submission attack, the tracing, the absolute laser focus in Storm as he rolls over into the top mount. He might actually get
Even
this.
if he doesn't get this, he's
got it. He's got it.
He's got it. He's got it.
This man's got submissions. Derailing the hype train is Storm.
I'm not commentary, cause I was just saying, man, these fighters keep just losing, just coming back out of nowhere, man. Like, what the? It's just submissions in this game, man. Wow, phenomenal. What a way, just, you know, use that IQ, you know, seeing he doesn't have the success, taking him down, trying again, and just coming out successful that time. Wow. You have to feel for just going that. You know, he was doing so well, but just got caught in that submission, and that was it. But fair play to Storm getting it done here tonight. But with that, lads, I have to hop out quickly out of the booth, and I will be back shortly. And I'm sorry to leave so abruptly, but I will try to return soon.
No, I appreciate you as always there, brother.
No worries.
We will see you as you are back, but as we get on to this one, I mean, Storm, what an upset. Like you say, is coming back into this one, Doc. We've seen it multiple times already tonight, and in many, many of events in the past, do not count your opponent out because they will take any given opportunity to close out the show, and Storm able to do it this evening, brother.
They are just incredible with what they do. Like, you need to make sure you finish them, or unless you're really certain decision, you're really certain you can play it safe, you don't take that chance. And sadly, I think in that case, Magic just couldn't find the right shot to finish the fight.
No, I mean, like they say, I mean, he was doing phenomenally well in the striking realm. His hands looked excellent, but just as he got onto the ground, that the submission defense maybe not up to par. As I say that, though, I'll be honest with you, he looked to be doing very well in the submission defense. It was just that TSG Storm, that offense from him was on another level, mate. I mean, the laser focus to trace his opponent like that and get the finish was, it was very, very impressive.
Yeah, indeed.
With that one, though, Doctor, we are going to be moving on to our featured fight of the evening. We're going to be having the one and only BZ Goals back on Xbox now, up against the first Kingsman of the evening, I do believe, Kingsman Basics. Now making his first performance, I believe, for the Kingsman camp. I'm high on both of these guys. They've got opposing styles, a little bit more of a grappling style from Goals, definitely more of a striking approach from his counterpart in Basics. I imagine we're going to see much of the same from their picks there, Doc. I think from what I'm seeing right here, I'll just switch it across from us, but looks like we're going to be seeing a Conor McGregor and a Charles Oliveira pick, which is a very, very fun matchup, and I think really, really does well represent their styles.
Indeed, it is a very interesting choice. Basic picking McGregor pick. He's got a very much a kickboxing base from when I fought him. I've seen him fight. He's very much keep that distance, stay behind the black line, and let someone come towards you. Goals, on the other hand, if you saw a couple of chase me pound fights, I believe, was the heavy predominant grappler now.
Yeah, I mean, right now we see that Goals is trying to take the center of the cage, maybe trying to utilize some of the clinches or the takedown opportunities that will present himself as he gets his opponent against the cage line. But Conor McGregor's takedown defense, especially with his back up against the cage, is very, very good, so has to be careful. I mean, Goals looking to get a bit wild with the hook combinations early there, Doc, but so far so good. Basics staying calm and composed over the opening stretch.
Indeed, Goals starting swinging shots with Oliveira, though. Maybe that isn't the best idea, especially when you're striking McGregor, but you never know. We've seen other wild stuff work in these fights.
There's the takedown from Goals, and that's what he wanted. He's now going to rain down some ground and pound from this position, look to make his opponent work and maybe get them a little bit gassed as the fight goes on, which, as we mentioned in the previous outing, you know, that only looks to play massive dividends as the fight goes on against a Conor McGregor fighter. You don't want to be engaging with them early, Doc.
No, you've really done that again. It's the main thing about McGregor's power. McGregor's power is going to be your main worry, especially in any case. You don't want to be in a receiving end. You don't want him to be given the opportunity to use it. In this case, Gold has done a fantastic job taking it down early and then just digging into his chin, making sure that even if he does want to trade, he's going to risk getting knocked out due to that chin health.
Yeah, I mean, we see him now retaining half guard. This is a much better position for him. Now the full guard, bit of a neutral position as you've alluded to in the past there. The ground and pound is raining down, though. Not much of it landing. The defense is on point from Basics, and he's now looking for the get up, but Goals is on his, you know, absolute best with his defense, denying that perfectly well with low stamina. The GA against him, but now the flip over for Basics. Not surprised to see that separation there, Doc. Not surprised at all.
Nah, you really can't be surprised, especially after you just had a guy just ground and pound you for the better half of a round and a bit around. And now he's just waiting for him to step onto that straight to lead with that hook and using a couple of body to keep that distance, but instead seems to be the case. If he's trying to play against that cage, he's giving Oliveira that opportunity to then clinch him up, which we just saw happen. I think that's not going to work in Basics' favour coming into the second round, I think.
Yeah,
I'll be dodged there, though.
I am loving the pressure that we're seeing from Goals, though. I mean, you don't often see a Conor McGregor on the back foot this much. You know, as we've seen in the previous outings, definitely likes to take the center of the cage, do most Conor McGregor players. But that's lovely defense from Basics once again, getting the reversal. Now into top mount, probably the separation if he gets the opportunity.
5 seconds left, but now there's not much to do. That transition to top mount was probably a bit of a waste. It was a nice idea, but he just couldn't get it going with that. I think Oliveira takes up beginning round, getting that takedown early on, working that top mount, and then pressuring the McGregor, as you mentioned. is a rarity to see.
Yeah, and I think it's maybe just kind of putting Basics a little bit off his game. I mean, the thing I will say about Basics is he's a phenomenal fighter, whether it be pressuring or counter-striking. So he's not, you know, out of the woods on the back foot. Maybe just the wild strikes that were coming his way, obviously they can be a bit overwhelming, but now he looks like he's prepared for it as he's firing back combinations in the pocket. That does serve to set up goals for the takedown attempts, though, if he's able to come up under those rounded shots there.
Indeed, he's putting on that pressure, swinging those shots out widely. Again, McGregor's starting to find his home for these shots, but again, he backs off. I feel like this is going to be one of the major issues with Basic within this fight. He keeps backing off, not putting that pressure on, and that just allows him, we saw another takedown to get cleanly. If you've got a person threatening a takedown, you need to pressure them just so they don't have the opportunity to shoot. Lovely grounded bound here on that new belly position, though, by Goals.
Yeah, no, honestly, Doc, I'm impressed so far with the way in which Goals is approaching this fight. He's definitely marauding forward. You can see Conor McGregor's neck being all janked up against the cage right there, which is not too nice. Now reining in some elbows. This is a nice little position for him. He's going to try for the stand-up, given the opportunity. He goes to the side get-up, which very intelligent play. His opponent probably trying to read that upwards one. Back to the striking realm, and you know that this is where Basics is going to try to get some work going, but Goals all over it with the combinations. Look at it. 9-piece. I mean, that was some wild striking from Charlie Olives.
Indeed, and then comes back, takes it back down to the ground where he knows he's safe. And this has been Goals this fight all this time now, and he's just controlling it. It's lovely to see that he's just allowing his opponent to play his play style, but then he's adapting and using what he's tried to play into his favour. In this case, that far kickboxing style, and he's just getting taken down easily. Gets another lovely get up though. But will he be able to stay on the feet? That is the question.
Now, obviously, we cannot see Goals' stamina as we currently call this fight, but the combinations, the output from this man, you've got to imagine that equal, if not worse, to Conor McGregor's. So interesting to note that may be a factor as we go over the last 7 or so minutes, or 6.5 minutes of this fight. Both guys don't look like they're trying to leave this in the judges' scorecards low as they land brutal shots on the inside. Once again, Basics definitely trying to let his hands go. Goals standing in his face every step of the way, brother.
Indeed, he's just the pressure of it, but he gets wobbled by McGregor, playing a bit too aggressively, gets goal, goes for another takedown, playing it safe, but then Basics defense takedown. This could go massively suddenly in the favour of Basic. He can land another clean shot, but instead gets clinched up with again that wild hooking pressure and gets a stun back in retaliation.
You saw the cardio of Goals starting to become a problem there. Although we cannot see it, it becomes exhausted, and you get a little bit of a flash notice in the top left-hand side. Obviously, his stamina out, and that's a little bit of the problem with him at the moment. He's emptying the gas tank on every opportunity he gets to press forward. He has to be very, very careful with that, especially with the with the power of Conor McGregor's left hand. He can sleep you in just one shot. We've seen it so many times, Doc, that, I mean, he has to respect that.
Yeah, you really do have to respect McGregor power. Like one clean shot, one shoddy takedown, and clip by an uppercut, you're going to end up in unconsciousness pretty much. There's no two ways about it. Start the third round and we'll see how this starts again.
Yeah, the locking going to start out quickly. We'll take this moment though to shout outs. Obviously, sick_war. Somebody can shout him out, one of the moderators. That will be appreciated. Appreciate the raid, my man. As these guys are throwing down bombs, though, Goals once again not wasting any time and not allowing me to get a moment for a shout out. Wants to end the fight as soon as he can.
Yeah, starting in the on belly position. It's an underrated position, to be fair. It does a lot of strong position, but you can give up position in some cases. Normally a free get up or just a simple transition into half guard. I say that in transition into half guard from the top mount. And now you could see some more ground and pounds. He landed straight back in the first, digging to that block first, then digging with the hooks. Looking to work his way down. This
honestly,
is dangerous.
Yeah, it's been the story of the fight so far. It's just been this forward pressure, this unrelenting pace that Goals is trying to set on Basics, not really allowing the Kingsman much opportunity to get his hands going. We know how dangerous he is in that realm, but thus far, the pressure just raining through as the ground and pound is raining down from Goals. Once again, blocking the transition, seems to be in full control as we have 3 minutes potentially on the clock, Doc. This is your wheelhouse, brother. How do you think Goals is going to approach this last 2 minutes 50?
You play it slow, you play it safe. Because of his goals, I know that he's probably won the round first. Round 1 and 2, and with this, and now he's just slowly just doing damage. He's possibly looking for a fight, but he's got to be wary of that stand. Like simple get up or anything could be a massive issue, and he gets it. Now this is where basically he needs to start the pressure.
Yeah.
He needs to start the pressure, start using that McGregor power, because he needs a drop at least.
We were seeing a lot of straights out of him trying to just get that punch on his opponent's chin, but the takedown attempts, I say, from Goals have been consistent throughout the course of this fight, and thus far it's been overwhelming for Basics, and my heart goes out to the man. As a fellow striker, I've been in this I've been in this position. In fact, against yourself, Doc.
Yeah.
In fact, against yourself, brother.
It has been the case with us fight. Yeah, it's a very... As a grappler on top, you're just playing it safe, you're playing it slow, you're just waiting for your opponent to make up one mistake, even maybe just looking for a sub just to pass the time. Arm triangle is always a safe bet to go here just for a bit of busyness. Kimura as well, who gets a deny, but instead goes slightly on Betty position. Goals is looking for that finish.
I was gonna say, man, Goals, he may be a grappler at heart, but he definitely has that killer's instinct and looking for the finish any which way he can. We saw it a little bit earlier on, through the entirety of this fight. The man, I don't think, knows how to walk backwards, taking a page out of Bang Bang's book and just walking forward with the pressure, but this man likes to grapple along with it, and that's a scary combination when you've got takedowns, that forward pressure, the hooks, the combinations. They are becoming extremely overwhelming, and much to the dismay, of his opponent, I'm sure has likely secured that victory for Goals.
Indeed. Like, Goals started out strong pressure and then getting that judo throw, going to that side transition to the top mount, and later on just using that forward pressure again, and with that he takes it.
Yeah, that was
unsurprising, to be fair.
That was a big one. That does take us into our main motherfucking card, Doctor. I am hyped for this one. We are going to take a short 60-second intermission as we load into the main card. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back with you, straight after this intermission. And what is going on? Primetime 24, EK Trickzzy, God ate my motherfucking pig. we are back at it, guys. We're going to be having Jakeyb up against KM Intro. Jakey's actually fought a lot of Kingsmen as of recently across ESFL and in the PrimeTime itself, looking to do so once again against a very, very dangerous opponent, an up-and-coming talent. I mean, a guy I've seen a couple of Twitch clips on there, Doc, but not somebody I've had the pleasure of, calling too many fights on yet, or sparring myself, but from all accounts seems to be an incredibly dangerous striker, but definitely has his work cut out for him this evening up against the very, very dominant grappler of Jakeyb.
Indeed. Intros are it's a classic version of striker versus grappler. I know Jakeyb has been working on his striking a bit, like Slick Colt. Not sure it's up to par with Slick, sadly, but that doesn't mean much in a leg fight. Your striking can go completely to pot mid-game if needed.
Well, Jakeyb's definitely going to have that grappling heavy offense. It's likely going to be the approach with, especially with the Khabib pick, of course. Obviously, a nice pick from KM Intro. I mean, obviously, Charlie Olives has got some nice, interesting, combinations he can throw with the Muay Thai sort of style. Got nice knees and elbows, and obviously has the ground game to boot, Doc. You've got rubber guard off your bottom, submissions to go with it, so definitely dangerous in all facets. Only 3 minutes to get this job done. Jakeyb already getting that single leg.
Takedown.
Yeah, not wasting any time, brother.
15 seconds into the fight and you got a takedown already with Khabib in the full guard Oliveira. This isn't as threatening as you'd expect it to be, but it's still somewhat a threat. As you said, I pointed out earlier, the rubber guard is probably the main play for this and gets it quite quickly. Depends who it goes. Go for this stack guard, but gets a deny. This intro started out fantastically well, going for that top mount position now. Probably wants to look to hold it, but may get up instead. I
mean, honestly, even if he does look to hold it, I wouldn't blame the man. I mean, Jakeyb's very, very good on the ground all round, but I mean, Charles Oliveira is no slouch himself, and I mean, let's be honest, Khabib doesn't exactly, I don't know the stats, but I assume his bottom game is not exactly the best. Oh, but that's one hell of a way to, turn the tides. Now slicing across into top mount. Imagine the ground and pound is shortly going to follow as soon as he's able to stabilize in one of these positions. We see it right now. Measured approach, looking to see what his opponent does with his hands. We know that Jakeyb is definitely a gamer. Likes to, obviously work his opponents in as many ways as he can. Look to make his reads and utilize as many openings as he can across the stretch, and Intro does the same, but mostly from his feet, so we're going to have to see this man try to work his way back to his feet. 2 minutes 35 on the clock, still plenty of time, but so far so good for Jakeyb, looking very, very good, Doc.
Yeah, indeed. Early on, both of them are digging to that body. I imagine you won't see a lot of headhunting, especially on the ground and pound. Round one, you normally just spent playing it slow, playing it safe, just trying to get that stamina lower than your opponents to then start to build up the advantage coming into the second round. And with this, Jakeyb's more just passing guard, looking for more dominant positions instead of staying in the full guard, just working it down, taking his time. That's kind of the way you want to play this, especially when you know the other person is a strat on the feet. You want to play it safe, you want to play it tight.
Yeah, I mean, he's having a very, very measured approach so far as Jakeyb, and understandably so. The denials are on point as he gets another one. Intro doing a great job of getting denials of his own, but so far, Denial City trying to go back and forth. This time, Jakeyb getting the better of it, once again slicing over into that side control. Now, once again, as you mentioned, not as dangerous as it once was, but still able to land those nice elbows, although not for too long as they get the separation. Jakeyb not able to hold this. Intro now able to be in his own realm. This is where he does his best work, so have to see what he's able to get going with his hands, because, I mean, this man's got some fabled hands from what I've heard. From what I've seen on those Twitter clips, definitely seems to have some combinations you need to be wary of for sure, brother.
Indeed. Well, he's digging slightly to the body. He doesn't really seem to have the urgency of winning this major round. Goes for it, gets a pullback upgut, and then fires a straight down the barrel with that. I think that goes straight into Jakeyb's round, although it does showcase to Jakeyb that he keeps it on the feet longer. He's going to get hit by something.
All to play for. That round was not one that Intro wants to replicate. Definitely going to be a lot more wary of the takedown defense. But once again, Jakeyb secures it. Timing that double leg with perfection. Now in the full guard position, looking to rain down some ground and pound. Work the body of Charlie Olives. once again,
Indeed, working that body is the main game here. He's just digging that stand down. He's also been fairly good at actually landing the shots as well. Intro having a bit of difficulty defending that ground and pound, faking a lot on that feet on hips. And I imagine Jakeyb may start trying to pre-deny that way down just so he gets a bit of J and gets a denial cleanly.
Right now, I mean, look, he's doing a great job of maintaining stamina and not taking a massive amount of damage. Intro, that is, but with 3 minutes 40 on the clock, potentially 4 minutes on bottom already, this is, you know, extremely disheartening. Although he doesn't look to be letting it get to him, definitely seems to be scrapping it out to the end. You know, and understandably so, especially since he's still pretty fresh, but time is ticking away as he gets the separation, and now once again we'll have to see what he's able to get done as the 3 minute mark does approach us, Doc.
Indeed, lovely flying knee there. About to talk about how the full guard is, but instead both opponents are just trying to throw each other off with their little nifty striking styles. And Khabib goes straight for the knees on clinch knees, and now it's probably looking for a takedown, I imagine.
I am loving the combinations this man is putting on. He had a lunging straight a little bit earlier on, the spin kick preceded by the lead hook a moment ago. Jakeyb definitely has to be careful. I can see why he has a very heavily grappling approach, especially against this man right here. Lovely flying knee of his own. Has to be very, very wary. Both guys are dangerous in all facets, but I mean, obviously you can see that there is definitely areas that they excel in. I mean, lovely slip off. Dangerous with the flying knee. Jakeyb now reining in shots.
Both of them Jakeyb throwing wild after the stun, not really landing anything significant, but just saying that if you want to move your head, I'm going to see if I can hit you a bit more. With that, it's just, again, Jakeyb's keeping on, being kind of on the back foot, allowing the Oliveira to pressure him, but finding the homes for his shots when needed, clenching him up again, digging to that knee, dragging him forward, putting on this pressure, and Oliveira's block is overcommitted to the front, allowing him to sneak shots in. That slip hook seems to be the thing, but he clipped him with the lead.
I honestly think a little bit of frustration is starting to set in on Charlie Olives at the moment. Jakeyb is starting to really set a rhythm with his strikes, looking very, very clean. I mean, he had excellent grappling in the opening going, but as this second round comes to a close, it's all been hands. Now a little bit of clinch work, making it a little dirty, but I mean, what a phenomenal way to start on this fight. Very, very, very dominant opening going for Jakeyb. He's looking like his grappling is on point this evening, and his hands are not shabby by any stretch either, Doc.
Yeah, Jakey's really showcased that his hands are a major threat now. Intro's got to find a way in this third round to finish the fight. He's down most likely 2 rounds, and now it's just...
In the center, we see Khabib planting. Lovely slip, pull, elbow. He now trying to rain down the shots to close out the show, but recognizes the head movement of his opponent. Decides to rein it back and take out the top control with 4 minutes 20 on the clock. He decides to separate it, and now looking for more strikes. Looking for that emphatic finish. Jakeyb feeling all sorts of confident across the stretch there, Doc, and you've got to love to see it. I mean... Intro definitely trying everything he can. This is where he's his most dangerous, but the damage may be a little bit too much at this point for that man.
Indeed, Jakeyb, there's one thing Jakeyb is doing. Intro cool clip on Jakeyb is pulling back a bit prematurely, possibly giving Intro a vulnerability advantage here, but so far he hasn't seemed to land any shots when he's done so, and even now he's having a bit of difficulty picking these shots. Both of them trading in the pocket, digs to that body with Khabib's weird kick, and then gets the switch kick back instead.
With that combination just a moment ago, those guys were throwing beautiful feints and then ripping to the body. It was a lovely little sequence of strikes. I mean, these guys throwing very, very high level at the moment in terms of their striking. They are doing a great job of mixing it up. I mean, quite honestly, obviously the grappling of Jakeyb is kind of the difference right now. It's really kind of what's determined this fight. It's what's allowed him to kind of be in a position where he's able to strike with Intro on the third round. I think that, you know, obviously on the opening going, maybe a little bit too difficult, but now he's got that grapple working. Now he's been able to attack the body, get the head health working. He's able to have a little bit more success, get his opponent gassed and a bit frustrated. And honestly, he's looking very, very clean, although Intro is trying to poke forward with those, you know, leaping shots, trying to cover range with those front kicks. Maybe trying to catch him on a takedown attempt, but Jakey's keeping those hands high.
Jake is keeping those hands high. He also seems to have the power archers as well. Like, whenever he lands a shot, he seems to hit just a slight bit harder than Oliveira can, and Oliveira's just having difficulty staying up with that pace. Even now with a minute left, he just can't seem to find any type of shot to land clean just to make some dent in the scoring.
Yeah, he's having moments where he's kind of getting a shot through on the block, and it's doing good damage. It's just, for the most part, the block is staying very, very high from Jakey. He's doing a good job of pulling himself out of distance and getting the clinch attempts when needed. With only 40 seconds left on the clock, that's an educated move by Jakey, getting that hip toss, that judo throw once again, now riding out position. Intro's got to be feeling very frustrated at the moment, understandably so, but... Lovely ground and pound for the finish.
Gets it.
15 seconds on the clock in the third round. Jakey picking up another big W. He's going to be feeling very, very confident with himself. A very Khabib-like smash performance out of him this evening.
Indeed, Jakey wanted that finish. I thought he was content with the decision. Apparently, I was wrong. Apparently, he really wanted that finish and was really annoyed by it. I see in chat that there's mentions of bad blood, so you never know, that may be the reason.
Well damn. That was a crazy ass fight. Respect. I mean, like, honestly, that takedown at the opening going kind of set the tail of the tape. I thought that there was more control time than that, to be perfectly honest with you. So a lot more work done on the striking than I thought.
Full guard doesn't count in terms of control time, and we did see a lot of full guard during that fight.
Fair enough. Okay, so maybe not the full top control being displayed right there, but once again, great performance from Jakey. I know that we're going to see Intro back better than ever. Sure, it was a frustrating performance for him, having to deal with such a heavy grappler, of course, when his bread and butter is his striking, but he's going to go back to the drawing board. Those Kingsmen obviously always working hard to kind of work on all those facets. I know that they prefer to strike, so interesting to see where they go from here, and that man in particular does set us on with the next one, though, brother. As we step into our main card further and further, we're going to be having TMF making another performance in TMF. MattyD, previous champion in Season 1. He's going to be up against the Sandman, AJS Sandman. Once again, another AJS camp member. Very, very dangerous camp all round, and I've heard very, very good things about Sandman personally there, Doc. I mean, I'm sure that you're very, very familiar with MattyD being in the same camp. How do you see this one going down, brother?
Either Matt tries to strike, or I believe Sandman's a grappler, so I'm expecting MattyD to try to play aggressive, start off striking, and then Sandman looking for that takedown. Whether he gets it or not is a different story, and with this, let's see.
Well, just on your picks there, I think we saw a Robert Whittaker pick out of one gentleman, and I think we saw Marvin Vettori out of the other. We did Sandman, Marvin Vettori, MattyD as Robert Whittaker. Maybe a little bit of a precursor to the information that we heard a moment ago. Sandman potentially being a little bit of a grappler, maybe looking to utilize that mix of styles with the forward pressure, striking and grappling with Marvin Vettori. We'll have to see how they decide to approach it. Definitely Vettori taking the center early, attacking the body already. MattyD definitely has to be careful, but this isn't anything he's seen before.
He keeps staying out the back line as well. He's just trying to keep that distance, keep that range, controlling that range. That's kind of what Matty's idea is. And here we go, Sandman not wanting it and just taking straight down onto the ground into this half guard position there. Gets that top mount though easily. This could be a very early on threat. Buying gets this tonight. Uh-oh.
Already, Sandman is now in top mount, raining down ground and pound. Those shots were varied, coming from all sorts of angles, keeping his opponent guessing. Not over yet. He's trying to get the job done early, Doc.
This is some heavy ground pound. Sandman is making these styles known. He's coming out very aggressive, getting that takedown quickly, and then going to the top mount. Now he takes his side control position, probably looks for another top mount. Instead, he gets it. And ends up giving his back, gives it back though. That's a large stamina deficit though, and now starts trying to fire shots down again.
Yeah, I mean, this is not great for the former champ MattyD, having shots rained down upon him, I should say, by the Sandman. AJS gotta be feeling very, very good about their campmate right now, putting on such a dominant performance over the opening 2 minutes. I know that you're going to be feeling, very confident in your teammates' abilities to come back there, Doc. We've seen MattyD able to do it in the past, but this is heavy, heavy ground and pound over the opening going.
Indeed, this is some heavy shots. Sandman has made it known within the first round that he is here to stay and he's here to be known. Just raining down shots on MattyD, former champ, as you said. This is some serious ground and pound. Dig into that head, using the top man as one of the more dangerous positions of the ground game, and he's just constantly staying there.
And honestly, I really do appreciate the output that this man is having on the ground. He's not looking to just stay in position. He's looking to get every ounce of damage that he can get at any given moment, raining down another elbow on the chin of MattyD in this side saddle position. Once again, raining down these shots. MattyD doing a good job of trying to block the majority of them, but so far so good. Sandman continuing this onslaught of forward pressure. Now with his back up against the cage, this is MattyD's opportunity to turn the tide. Only 57 seconds on the clock, not a lot of time to work there, Doc. Got to imagine his hands are going to start to go, but the pullback. This could be it. I mean, I thought it was, but Jesus, the recovery of Robert Whittaker is on point.
I think Whittaker's got a 98 recovery, so even with all this, he could be fucking aggressive. Coming into this next fight. Ooh, this is both of them trading shots. Last 10 seconds, I wouldn't. If I was Marvin, I would be on the back foot, just letting Whittaker push. Comes up with that front kick though, and with that, you end up with end of round 1.
Yeah, this has been non-stop forward pressure and honestly very, very vicious ground and pound so far from the Sandman. Gonna have to see if MattyD is able to keep this fight on the feet, and if so, if he can avoid that pull counter that he was able to see in the first round. Takedown defense holding up so far, but the cardio being affected by that shot. Nice uppercut from MattyD. Now his combination's starting to get a little bit looser, but looks like Marvin not dissuaded so far as he goes for that very close on the knee.
He gets it low single leg and now goes into this top man position again. We've seen Sandman do it and gets a lovely deny there, easily digging to that head again, looking just for that heavy ground and pound, as you said, raining shots down constantly. Matt is in some really deep trouble here. Just he needs to find a way to put him into the full guard, and so far he's only managed to just keep him to the half guard, and I say that he gets back into this top mount position.
Yeah, honestly, he is looking absolutely nasty this evening, is Sandman. I mean, coming out of the AJS camp, we expected that he would have a all-rounded game. He obviously trains with a lot of great strikers, but this is phenomenal groundwork from this man. He is stuck to his opponent like glue, raining down ground and pound, staying active on top and looking to do as much damage as he can at any given opportunity. I mean, beautiful work thus far, Dog.
Yeah, again, Matt, he gets pushed in this crucial position. You got the side saddle now he gives up the backside, but gets a lovely deny there, digging with the side saddle elbows again, looking for that side control. Finally gets it, but we saw already that sprawl got denied, so product for this half guard, and he does.
You see how quickly he rained down those elbows. Sorry to interrupt, Doc, but those elbows, he just doesn't waste time. He's looking for the damage. They just come so quickly. 4, 5 sharp, swift elbows straight to the head. I mean, all of these are going to add up on top of the top control. This is a very, very tough position for MattyD with the stamina being low. The armbar is now attempting to be sunk in. 1:40 on the clock. There is more than enough time, but decides to bail us. Obviously, it wasn't available. Back to the ground and pound that we have seen so much of already.
Yeah, this seems to be the man in the game. He's not looking for subs. He's not looking for anything apart from this ground and pound. He wants a finish, and I think he really wants it.
I mean, the face of Robert Whittaker is wearing this damage. Quite clearly, the blood is trickling down. You can see the open cut on his face. Quite honestly, this has been an absolute savage onslaught from Sandman. He's out here not looking to just take heads. He's looking to take souls.
Indeed, he's playing a really aggressive game here. He's looking for that finish. As I think we've said countless times here, that top man has been the name of the game. Just digging into the ground pound. Matt gets a reversal. 10 seconds left, 20 seconds left, sorry. And it's just, I don't think it can be enough to really do anything. Transitions out of the top man position, wasting time now. And with that, only a few shots can be landed before the round ends.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, once again, I mean, the fact that that was reversed, I think goes down to Sandman maybe taking more risks at the end of the round, trying to get a little bit more ground and pound off, because he knows that the worst that can happen is that he gets reversed with 15 seconds left to go. So far, honestly, a virtually flawless performance from this gentleman, coming out here looking excellent against the former champion as he secures an ankle pick in the first 15 seconds of the third and final round of a fight that he is far ahead of at the moment. That has got to be massively demoralizing to your opponent, and I know MattyD does not give up. We've seen him pull back victories from the depths of hell in the past. I know he's looking for that this evening, but so far Sandman looking more than up to the task of continuing this train forwards, brother.
Again, though, we've also seen the fact he hasn't at any point been in full guard, really. Matt has had a very difficult time trying to put him in full guard and keep him full guard, unless he's dealing with constant barrage of damage from either crucifix, side control, or this top mount.
This is terrible for him, Doc. This might be it.
That might be it. He's got another deny, and now he's going to get a couple more elbows running down.
That's it.
And he finishes him.
Sandman with the flawless performance of a lifetime. He is going to be very, very happy with that one for sure. This man came out here tonight with a game plan and he executed it perfectly.
He really did. He came out there grappled and just Matt didn't know how to handle it, and he just had massive difficulty trying to control.
Yeah, I mean that was an honestly and truly impressive performance. One judge had it a draw going into it, but for the most part, looking like Sandman was getting the judges, nod in either respect. No need for it though, as that man pushed, finger and nail to the absolute brink for that finish, doing great work. And I mean, honestly, looking great all round tonight with Sandman. I am very interested to see where that man goes from here. Very, very bright future within this promotion for sure, if he can continue to put on performances like that, especially against the competition of somebody, like your campmate, TMF MattyD. He is a very, very tough all-round opponent, man. I mean, I fought him myself. We've seen him. Obviously, he's a former champion, so that's a big, big win for Sandman and AJS as a camp as a whole.
Indeed, both of them are doing very strong. It's nice to see a new face in there. Oh, it's always good to see.
Yeah, for sure, brother. With that all being said, though, we move on to our next PlayStation bout of the evening. MorbidMadLad up against Joey. No, T.O. Soul. So, I mean, we've seen T.O. Soul before. He likes to circle across the outer of the cage and look to utilize his, counter-striking, or utilize his offensive grappling, which we actually saw in his last outing. So, showing some ripples to his game and ever advancing in his playstyle. Up against the very, very dangerous MorbidMadLad that has once again shown an all-rounded game and really can show that he can finish you everywhere. So, these guys very, very well-rounded opponents. I've said it a few times already as measured, but they really can finish the fight anywhere. I don't really know how this one's going to go. Their picks kind of reflect that as well, Doc. We're looking like we are going to see maybe a Kamaru Usman and Tony Ferguson pick, at least at first glance here. Oh no, they are picked. Sorry, I'm wrong. This was at lightweight. They were at the wrong weights. These guys just taking a couple of moments, setting up by the looks of things. We will come back to them, just let them know that they are good to go. So in the lightweight weight class, I mean, I can tell you that we are definitely having a Tony Ferguson pick. We are also having, by the looks of things, a Dustin Poirier on the other side. These guys are now good to go. Leading into the match, Ferguson, Poirier. Looks like T.O. Soul is the Poirier pick. Maybe a little bit more of a striking approach from him this evening. MorbidMadLad with the El Kukui himself in Tony Ferguson. This should be a very fun fight. All the makings of fireworks in the octagon this evening there, Doc, as they touch the gloves on this first round.
Indeed, Ferguson's got the chin, he's got the cardio, and he's got the rubber guard. Poirier, on the other hand, has got the hands, the power, and the rubber guard.
Looking to start out this one quickly. The hands. This is not the Tio Soul we saw before. This man not taking a step behind that back, those black lines so far, marching forward, just looking to land these big power shots as he enters the pocket with that lead leg kick a number of times, working out beautifully for him, getting his head off that center line. Honestly, looking very, very good. This forward pressure is unexpected from Tio Soul.
Yeah, Morbid hunting for that takedown. He finally gets it there. He was just taking shots on his block, looking for that opening. Now finally gets the takedown, gets into this crucifix position. This could be deadly for him getting his bed. He gets out of it quickly into this side saddle now. Sprawl position isn't too bad. It allows you to dig to the body. A lot of people forget that. You can just dig to that body, work it down, and get that standard drain. That being said, though, he gets a deny on the top mount. Tempted Kimura, though, and both of them are denying quite easily. Reverses, though, by T-Soul. And now this isn't exactly where Morbid wants to be. He wants to be on top and grappling, being the top dominant grappler.
Yeah, for sure.
Deny a couple of times, though, with the rubber guard.
Tony Ferguson is dangerous off bottom as well, has that rubber guard submissions. Well, we are back, I do believe. I do apologize for that. Had some technical errors on that side, as you can see. These things unfortunately happen from time to time. We are just going to have to move on with the evening. Hopefully you are all back with me. Doc, are you back in the booth there, brother?
Yeah, I'm here. Well, that was just a random moment of higgledy-piggledy technology being technology.
Yeah, that was a bit. I was just rewinding back just to have a little double check on what I had saw, but I do apologize. We had missed it. MorbidMadLad had got a submission in that round with the go-go plata from the top mount. Do apologize on that one, guys. These things, they do unfortunately happen from time to time. We are going to hope that is the last one for a very long time, though, and move straight on to our next one, dog. KM Tadpole up against BSD Pudgy. Both guys incredibly dangerous. I know you're familiar with both. How do you see this one going down, brother?
I don't see it going out the first round. I think this goes the same way as any mist fight or any bang bang fight. You will see one person get pressured and one person die against a cage. There's no two buts about it. Tadpole will either come out and start putting the pressure on, or Pudgy will come out and start putting on the pressure on. I thought Pudgy quite a bit. He does have that mist and bang bang X style. So does Tadpole. So it's looking to be a brawl, I think, is simple terms.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree with you more. Both guys have phenomenal pressure games. I fought them both a number of times in the past. We see a Peter Yan pick up against the Rob Font pick. Once again, Rob Font, a beautiful counter to Peter Yan. Peter Yan, incredibly dangerous, no matter the given opportunity. And once again, we see that man stepping out this evening. We're going to see, once again, two incredibly dangerous pressure fighters. I honestly don't see this one going the distance. Let alone, well, pretty much we won't see it go out the first round, I would imagine, but definitely not the distance with the action that these guys put forward. It's non-stop throwing of hands. That pressure is, I mean, who do you think is actually going to take the dance in this one in terms of leading forward? Which one is the more aggressive in your impression?
Tadpole will step off a bit on the back line, Pudgy taking the lead for the beginning part, but Tadpole could easily reverse that. Here we see Tadpole, both of them trying to find distance. Tadpole starting out with that jab for making sure measure distance, and Pudgy comes back looking for those hooks mainly. Neither one of them are really sure on the range yet, but both using those straight punches. He's trying to measure that distance using that jab, circling around one another, both not wanting to give up center octagon just yet. Pudgy looking to be a bit more pressure, but as I say that, he's pushing Tadpole a bit. Tadpole shooting straight down barrel with the jab uppercut, and both of them just clipping each other with the straight punches, as I mentioned earlier.
Already, like you say, taking that center fold. Looks like they're kind of just playing a little bit of footsie, showing a lot of respect to each other. Attacking that leg kick is Pudgy often and early with Yan. I think it's an intelligent move. Obviously, Tadpole has the slight reach advantage with Rob Font, I do believe. And I wonder if he's going to try to utilize that jab. Right now, they're stepping in the pocket. Lots of inside combinations. You love to see it.
Yeah, again, though, Pudgy seems, I don't know, they're both using a lot of straight shots, measuring that distance, setting up with the jab, moving a lot of head movement as well. I'm expecting one to get clipped when they actually lean into a shot, to be fair. But yeah, and I, both of them are very good on their head movement style. That leg kick does seem to be in the major threat by Pudgy, just to make sure that maybe Tadpole doesn't use as much head movement as he should be using. Into that body early with those straights as well, it's becoming a bit difficult for Pudgy to really get a read and counter properly.
Yeah, I mean, the biggest success that Pudgy is having so far is that leg kick. I think it's really, really starting to add up for him. You can already see the leg health starting to become a little bit of a problem on that left leg of Tadpole. Doing a good job of attacking the body with it as well. Tadpole definitely landing the little bit better of the shots in terms of the significant shots landing to the body and to the head with the hands. But as this fight goes on, I mean, the damage output seems very, very evenly contested thus far. Minute 30 on the clock, Doc. Still all to play for, brother. And both guys using very educated game plans against each other this evening.
Yeah, both of them are using very educated game plans, playing it slow, playing it steady. But you would expect something just to come out a bit more, maybe a stun, but both just staying relatively slow, just looking for 1-2 shots and stepping out of the pocket, resetting, letting the other person fire instead. They can't get a read on each other, especially when it comes to the counters, so it's kind of a bit difficult. You pointed out that leg kick earlier, and I do agree. Pudgy, that leg kick has been the mainstay of Pudgy's game. I expect to see it ramp up coming into this second round, I imagine.
Yeah, it's doing really well for him so far. Looks like he's trying to answer back with that inside leg kick as well. I'm going to take a very, very brief moment as we come to the last 15 seconds of the... Oh! Maybe I will not. Do not blink. These guys firing shots. Trying to close out this one big. That was a nice end to that round for the one and only Tadpole. Great opening round to this fight on our main card here this evening. Trickzzy, GodAteMyPig. One hell of a main card that we have ahead of us. These guys living up to all the hype. Shout out to Azo Fury Lan with the raid of 6. You are the man. Appreciate you, brother. Needed it. Stream went down a moment ago, but we're back in all full glory. All the action. These guys throwing down. Highly anticipated. Pressure fighters. Don't expect to see too many takedowns out of this one, but as I said it, he goes for it there, Doc. Pudgy showing ripples to his game, brother.
Indeed, Tadpole taking on this top position, going into the backside, taking that back man as well, but Pudgy decides to roll into that backside and then ends up in backside again. Probably looks for a get up instead, and he does. No, Tadpole breaks it. And now both of them, Tadpole leaning more on the side of the pressure. Pudgy seems to be on the back foot, but again, this may just be a recall of round one where they're both just dancing, playing footsies in the center of the octagon.
Yeah, I imagine he's going to go back to that leg kick given the opportunity. Looking to land some nice combinations on the inside right now. Has the head health advantage and definitely can continue that momentum if he's able to. But so far, so good. Looks like Tadpole's able to regain his wits, now landing some nice inside shots of his own. These guys honestly very evenly contested over the stretch so far. 3 minutes 20 left on this second round, and I honestly don't know which way this one's gonna go as Pudgy lands a beautiful hook to the head, trying to get that killer instinct going, but he knows how dangerous Tadpole is. Cannot push forward.
Elbows. He seems to be enjoying those elbows a bit. He's probably looking to catch him as Tadpole comes to stride with an intercepting hook. The uppercuts, he's got to be wearing them, and uppercuts can slip straight through those elbows and cause him massive issues. That being said, Tadpole's trying straight down the line, digging to that body with a hook. Pudgy's in return is kicking that leg. It seems to be both of them unsure kind of what to stride majorly to get a clean shot in.
Yeah, honestly, so far, so good from both gentlemen. Landing good work. Pudgy now getting a little bit of momentum on his side. Tadpole has to be careful. That head health has been blinking a little bit too many times over the last 3 minutes for his liking, I am sure. Definitely had a little bit of a better round than a second. So far, he is trying to go to that body, maybe trying to equalize it out. Nice combination there on the inside. But Pudgy once again remaining calm, looking to step on the outside. These counters, they're so close, Doc. They're millimeters away from each other's chins.
Yeah, they really are, but it's a testament to how close these two are on striking capabilities. Both of them know where to count, and they just can't land because they are both just out of the way before it does. Tadpole slipping to that side quite a lot, trying to get that slip uppercut, and just isn't landing. Pudgy's out of the way by the time it's halfway through the animation. Pudgy coming back, looking for those straight shots over, both of them in the block, and it's This is difficult. Tadpole's block isn't recovering now.
Yeah, no, I mean, honestly, Pudgy's getting momentum. That's it. Pudgy with the massive knockout this evening. BSD coming through, body snatchers degree, catching a body this evening. I mean, no shame to either guy, putting on one hell of a fight, but that's a big feather in the cap of BSD Pudgy this evening. A very, very big win for him indeed there, dog.
Indeed, Tadpole just couldn't recover from that block. That block was overcommitted, and then Pudgy came around with those hooks, stunned him, and then he was just done for by the end of it. Both of them kept landing shots, and it just worked their chin down until we just needed a couple of clean shots, and they were done for.
Yeah, it was an incredible fight, and we knew it was going to be kind of one of our lockout fights, you know, earlier on in the card, as we alluded to at the beginning when we were discussing it with Chippy. But what a fun fight it was. It lived up to all of the hype. Late edition, it wasn't on the actual graphic, but I'm glad that we were able to make it in for sure. We're going to be having up next Smart Brady, who's stepping in as a late replacement up against Purple Urkle. I mean, Purple Urkle's been looking phenomenal in his recent outings, and so has Smart Brady. Smart Brady, obviously a previous Xbox competitor with ourselves there, Doctor. Now stepping across to the PlayStation side and seeing if he can get himself a little bit of a title run going on that side of the equation.
Brady's came off a win most recently, coming to maybe another win in his column, and Urkle, I think, it's on a 2-fight win streak himself. I could be wrong, top man.
I believe you're right. I believe you're right, brother.
So I think with that, should be a good fight indeed.
Okay, so I've just been informed that Smart Brady is now AJS Smart Brady. That's massive news for him right there as well. He's been a veteran of the scene for a very long time, so seeing him signing with an established camp like AJS is very good news for both involved. Sure, he's bringing a lot to the table, and they're definitely going to have new ripples. We're going to see in his game this evening as he's coming out and looking to start very, very quickly against Purple Urkle.
Indeed, Dean's that pretty early with TJ. TJ has the ability to trade with Jan. D's up and has to be wary of that stam early, unlike both of them do. They're very much playing aggressive. Jan throws a flying knee. Smart Brady playing on his back foot instead, allowing Urkle to pressure quite aggressively. Clinching with the uppercut, though, digs to that body again. Both of them are just trading shots back and forth, looking for those one big shot. Another crane kick gets fired as well. This is...
You love to see these fights. You love to see them over there, Doc. They throwing bombs start to finish. We're only a minute odd into it. Almost 2 minutes into this first round, and already we're seeing absolutely crazy outputs from these gentlemen. No feeling out process needed at all. Trying to make this one into a dirty brawl, and so far so good. I mean, Smart Brady looking clean with that bang Muay Thai, the 1-2 body kick off the bounce. Looks like Jan's trying to answer back as well. We know how durable Peter Jan is, so he's going to need to be...
Stam, though. That stam, as he threw those combos, he was just getting lower and lower stam, and Brady punished it, digging to stung to the head and digging to the body several times over. That uppercut, that rear uppercut seems to clip him constantly, and Brady's just allowing himself to find easy shots in and out of that block.
Oh, and again, once again, AJS Brady looking phenomenal this evening. Has to be careful of those missed opportunities, though, Doc. One of those shots can send you to sleep, brother.
Indeed, he's playing a very bow. He's still playing the aggressive game after he's got dropped. He wants his finish. Like that was guy.
Oh!
There. He gets another drop with the crane kick, and again, Smart Brady's kicking that body, kneeing it, elbow. He's doing airing to the body. He's comes up top with a straight, digging to that faking body kick, comes up with the head kick, overhand throws in retaliation. But again, Purple Urkle.
Oh, but this time it's a rock back for Peter Jan.
Cleanly.
Made back and forth. We saw one earlier on, just the same. You can't call it. Sometimes in these PlayStation fights, the rocks are just incredible. It's back and forth as he almost eats a lean into a forward knee right there. Very, very close. Has to be careful. Peter Jan definitely on the worse side of the equation. You heard the stamina hurting, Doc. The head health, the body health, all becoming problematic at this stage.
Brady is currently taking away in this fight, but as we've seen earlier, that anything can make a comeback, and so far it could be easily. Purple Urkle's throwing some wild shots out there, just seeing what can land, seeing what can stick. Not Brady hits with a head kick.
God. Smart Brady, AJS Brady, looking as clean as ever, showing up for his camp this evening, putting on one hell of a performance against the 2-0 Purple Urkle, and able to pick up that victory, Doc. What a win for him, and bright things ahead for him on that PlayStation side, for sure.
Yeah, I think it's just the way it can be. I think with that being said, after that hell of a fight with non-stop constant action, we've got Fadnator versus Dirty Dave.
Yeah, TD Fadnator, obviously training with the likes of Suave Jamie and the like. Very, very dangerous all-around great camp. Up against one of the most dominant camps that we have seen on the scene. Kind of been taking over across UFC 4 so far with EK, the Elite Kings. This time Dirty Dave stepping up, I believe on short notice, if I'm not incorrect there, Doc.
No,
or was it the other way around?
It's been booked. This like what was a rebook after Fadnator to pull out last card. So
I see. I see. I knew there was something along those lines involved. So okay, this is a rebooking of a previous event that we couldn't make. So I'm glad that we're able to see it this time around. Looks like these guys are squaring off as we speak. Not going to be too long. Oh, this is the one, brother. We're almost there. The main event is around the corner. The co-main is here. EK, Dirty Dave, Fadnator. I mean, both guys very dangerous all around. How do you see this one kind of playing out?
I don't know. Fadnator has been known to grapple, has been known to strike, and I think both of them are well equipped to do both, so this could go either way. I'm probably expecting Dave to come out, probably throw a bit of kickboxing as he's been seen to do, and then take it down, especially with this GSP pick. That's kind of what you expect. Keep at the distance, make sure you don't get clipped on that chin, especially by Burns' power. But again, Burns has also got that top game, so maybe Fadnator shoots a takedown early to make sure that you don't have to deal with GSP's top game, but you never know.
Starting out, trying to go to the body is Dirty Dave, or at least feinting to it. Fadnator definitely trying to take the center of the cage already. Has to be careful. We know that Dirty does like to work the body given the opportunity. Already looking to utilize that lead body hook given any sort of opening.
Again, beside that side kick, he's keeping the pressure on Fadnator. Landed some clean shots early. It's got to be wary. Dave has got to be worried to make sure that his chin doesn't get compromised within the first round or so, because otherwise you're looking at a very difficult fight ahead. Next kick. GSP.
We've seen advancements in Dirty Dave striking. Time after time. I mean, it wasn't so long ago that this man came into the league primarily as a striker, and we already see him being a well-rounded, well, kind of semi-prodigy that's coming through on the scene. I mean, he's been doing great. The level that he's advanced in such a short time has been phenomenal, and honestly, truly trying to showcase himself as one of the best on the scene. I know that Fadnator fancies himself as much of the same, training with the TD boys over there. Has a lot of accomplishments to his name as well. Not so much within PrimeTime thus far, but with a big win here this evening, will definitely be putting himself in position for those sorts of talks going forward.
Indeed, well, as you see, brought Trickzzy back all the way in the Grand Prix and showcase just how well he can actually do. And with that being said, Dave's doing a fantastic job keeping that distance. He's more just pushing him away, not allowing Fadnator to do that health. And I say that the side kicks and start having a bit of difficulty now with Fadnator keeping that pressure. Front kick go by Dave, and with this being said, Dave is having a very much difficult job once he's against cage, but when he's holding center octagon, he's having a lovely time just keeping him, just kicking him, working that body down, just small increments, and the stam as well.
Yeah, I mean, when we see Dirty Dave leading the dance, he's definitely having the more success. But I think that that's the, same to be said with both guys here. I mean, the guy that's going first seems to be the guy that's winning. But, I mean, the thing that I will say is that Dirty Dave definitely seems to be the better at maintaining his stamina management, maybe due to the style of his approach. He's going for a little bit more teeps, a little bit more body attacks. That was a big double miss right there from him. But Fadnator's thrown a lot of those windy hooks and spin kicks, which can be very, very taxing on the cardio, especially with an opponent going to the body as often as we're seeing from Dirty Dave here.
Yeah, that is the main thing, but Dave's also make sure to work that chin. Both of them don't have a very good recovery, it should be noted, so if once they're hurt, they are stuck being hurt for the rest of the fight. And with that being said, got 30 seconds left. Both of them somewhere in the pocket, and a lovely body wobble by Dave, digging to that body again and coming back and clipping him up top. Nearly gets countered by the uppercut. Dave's got 15 seconds on the clock, just seems to be content holding his center octagon.
Yeah.
I'm happy that he secured the round with that body stun there.
He knows that he won the round with that. You are absolutely right. I mean, it was a very, very, very good round for him all for all. You can see the significant strikes on your screen there, almost double landed. I mean, about a 50% accuracy rate, looking very, very clean in the striking. Definitely been putting in some rounds with his campmates over in the EK training lab, has Dirty Dave. Once again, looking very, very good, but dealing with a lot of pressure from Fadnator right now. And, Fadnator comes from a very good camp himself and has some of the better, pressure strikers about. So he's definitely well-versed in this game and maybe trying to employ and walk on Dirty Dave into a big shot.
Dave's got to be careful here, though. He's getting pressured heavily. He has no way to use those side kicks without getting clipped easily. The boxing old Burns is definitely need to know that power is just painful to deal with. I imagine the takedown may be needed by Dave, but instead he's happy just trying to pick his shots. He's doing a fantastic job at doing it and gets a stun as I say that.
Oh, and he sits him down with that one. This might even be it with one or two more clean shots. Not quite enough.
Narrowly
Fadnator.
avoids it though. That head is blinking. The block low as all hell. It's a lovely deny there. Burns has definitely got the stand disadvantage now. That's going to be difficult coming into the grappling as well. Grappling with a stamina disadvantage at this high level is a massive issue. Attempts to Kimura, gets a deny, and Dave happy to build WA by doing the small rab punches, turning into this side control. Imagine he looks on for the knee on belly or the top mount. Gets a lovely deny on the full guard. Goes it again and finally gets it. Just transitions into this side control. Dave always seems to get this one. I don't know how he does it, but he just seems to have a knack for it.
Intuition, Doc. Sometimes you can feel them. I don't know if he's ever done it himself, but turning off the HUDs and so on, you start to get a little bit of a feeling for when you get a block or a little bit of a slip. You get that bit of GA that makes that difference, and Dirty Dave at this point is definitely an all-rounded, well-veteran, kind of well-experienced veteran of the game, I should say. He obviously has a feeling for the game a little bit different to most people, and looks like Fadnator is much the same right now. He's not giving up by any stretch. He's not had quite the same success and definitely seems to be eating the worst of the damage. Ooh. But, oh man, this is savage from Dirty.
Dave is throwing out all the stoppers, going for a fancy kick. If Fadnator gets a takedown though, probably something out, wanting to put Dave against that cage. He knows for a fact if you can just get Dave against that cage, maybe he can fire one clean shot and just break that GSP chin. So catches a kick, drives him against the cage, maybe looks for...
No! Thank you! Thank you! No!
Uh-oh. Technology trying to break again, let's not.
Okay. Now we see him trying to fire off these shots. I would say that these guys are very evenly matched, but the better of the damage is definitely coming from Dirty Dave. He's landing some beautiful shots. The combinations are raining true. The last shot always bleeding through, but there's Boone's biggest opportunity. He sits him down again.
8 seconds left, 7, and he's landing that heavy ground pound. Dave
no way!
And he gets it.
Fadnator, the Dons.
That was a comeback and a half.
Out of nowhere, brother.
Out of nowhere.
Indeed. All sorts of adversity, eating shots left and right, still coming forward, landing damage of his own, and was able to get the job done. Dirty Dave's, I'm sure, furious with that. I mean, he was having such success in that fight, landing off beautiful amounts of damage, and then the tides turn. Fadnator lands that big shot to sit him down on the ground and pound is all he needed to close it out. What a co-main event, and that sets us up absolutely beautifully for our main event of the evening, Doc. We're going to be having another EK member, the dominant champion himself, all-round GOAT, EK Trickzzy. He's going to be stepping in the cage again, defending his belt up against the all-round dangerous GodAteMyPig, coming out here looking to put on a show. That man has shown to be incredibly dangerous in every outing we have seen him in. Honestly, his most recent one up against Great Mist was a phenomenal matchup, Doctor. I cannot wait to see how these guys square off in this one. A little bit of a different style when you're fighting against the champion EK Trickzzy. Maybe not as much pressure, but But yeah, you know, it's a very, very interesting matchup, brother. How do you see these ones kind of squaring off against each other?
Both of them are grapplers, both of them are strikers. I can see maybe round 1 saying striking match, round 2 maybe look for a bit of grappling, then moving into round 3. If it does make it to that point, I'd expect an even match of probably both sides of the coin. And past that, I don't know. It's going to be a full MMA game. I know that much for certain. Both of them grapplers, both of them are strikers. It just depends where they want to take it.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so I think that's a beautiful assessment of the fight in itself. They're both very, very well-rounded fighters. This isn't an indication of how the fight is necessarily going to go this evening, as the lights are on, pressure is a little bit different. Obviously, got the primetime belt on the line that Trickzzy is trying not to lose once again, but 3-2 advantage to Trickzzy leading into this one. The lights are on this time. Can the champion remain and still? GodAteMyPig is going to do everything he can to make that not the case. Whew. Honestly, I can't wait to see this one, brother. They're both incredibly dangerous. I have such respect for both of these competitors. I can't wait to see how these guys decide to approach it.
GodAteMyPig is a well-respected fighter. Trickzzy, as we've seen, he's a dominant champion. So either way, this is a fight and a half to do. Both of them starting out somewhat aggressive. Trickzzy staying on the back foot somewhat, letting God lead the fight for the beginning parts, but instead gets a knee, and Trickzzy already on his back.
Now, this is where GodAteMyPig definitely wants to be. I mean, obviously, Trickzzy is no, slouch on the ground, whether it be on top, on bottom. As we say that, he gets a denial, and the reversal puts GodAteMyPig on his back. We've seen this before. Trickzzy likes to strike. He's got some beautiful creativity up there, but he will fuck you up on the ground too. Make no mistakes. So GodAteMyPig's got to mind his P's and Q's.
For a reason.
Yeah, for sure. He's got to mind his P's and Q's here. I mean, he is definitely a whirly veteran. Like GodAteMyPig, he's not, like you say, nice denial there. He's not going to give it up. See him building up that GA perfectly. So very, very evenly matched, and potentially even the most, credible threat to the defense of Trickzzy here this evening. Trickzy's going to have to, really dig deep into his tool bag of tricks in order to get the job done against such a dangerous opponent like GodAteMyPig.
Indeed, starting out slow by both of them. GodAteMyPig got the early not really takedown, more of a trip, and then he just followed it down. But then sadly got reversed, and this is kind of Trickzy's ball game. Like if you're on bottom, he's gonna look for the reversal. If he's on bottom, he's going to look for the reversal. If he's on top, he's going to look for some type of damage just to keep himself busy. He's going to look to stay at that full guard so he can at least build that control time to score in the judges' favour. So far, he's done that, but again, GodAteMyPig's doing a fantastic job at holding this full guard and not allowing that damage to happen. But again, being on your back doesn't mean you're winning the round, and that's so far the issue.
These guys
getting lovely denies off though. GodAteMyPig denied a couple of postures up, and then Trickzzy, even with the full shade, denied a half guard reversal. Digging to that body again, gets up instead, feeling that the ground is just getting a bit stale, and a minute 30 left is still can go either way.
Yeah, I love to see it. I mean, they're very, very evenly matched in all respects, I would imagine. I mean, we see them definitely being evenly matched on the ground, but now in the striking, we'll have to see if there's any separations, what reads they can make on each other, as a lovely leg kicker starts to reign true for Trickzzy, trying to attack that baseline often and early, maybe get his opponent a little bit shaken with them, a little bit of a, difficulty in his range of movement, but GodAteMyPig answering back with beautiful, beautiful counter shots as we see the champion trying to enter that pocket there. Back and forth battling over the opening going. 5 minutes of non-stop action so far there. Doc, I have to say, a little bit of an advantage to the champion, but very, very evenly contested.
It's very evenly contested. I can't really tell who's in on the standpoint. They're both doing the same. Trickzy's main thing within this first round, especially since the last minute 30, is those leg kicks, really. That seems to be the name of the game for Trickzzy. He's probably going to look to draw us out into the later rounds, I'd imagine. We may see like a similar thing in round 2, just to see who edges it out. But
the stats actually would indicate that the challenger... No, the top control as well. I missed the top control. I was going to say the challenger, more significant strikes, but the top control as well for the champion. Quite honestly, this is what I was going to say. You're very, very possibly right. In this style of matchup against this tough of an opponent, maybe going into the later rounds is going to be a very intelligent approach for the champion. However, I know personally how dangerous we see Trickzzy in this round. This is his, put you to sleep round. He does not waste any time.
And his head health is still having difficulty recovering. It's still quite low. GodAteMyPig is clipping him with plenty of shots, which is making Trickzzy worried.
For sure. I mean, like, but it's just like a thing that he does. I don't know how. It's not in terms of like how crazy he goes. We see another takedown there, which is great. Great work. He needed that for sure, brother. Definitely an intelligent move for the champion. GodAteMyPig's got to remain calm. Got to start to work that GA, as we're seeing for the champion. He uses that to slice over into top mount, which is a dangerous position to be in, especially with an opponent like Peter Yan. Trickzzy being on top of you, the ground and pound is going to be sensational when he's able to let loose. So far, GodAteMyPig doing all the right moves, though, Doc, to you know, to stay in this game and make sure that his
in that side control starts digging down his elbows and expect maybe a side control or a crucial position, but so far he's keeping steady. GodAteMyPig going back to the half guard. Seems to be a jump between half guard, side control, and top map, which is exactly what you want when you're Trickzzy. As I say that, he slices into the full guard now.
Yeah, he's looking very, very good so far. He's looking calm and composed. I mean, obviously, the challenger has had excellent success in terms of certain moments on the feet, for example. But right now, the champion is just happy to work the position. But the GA advantage into the back take is there for GodAteMyPig. And with 2 minutes 20 on the clock, Doc, lots of time to be able to get some damage off.
Yeah, he's having some real difficulty here. Trickzzy is trying to be the more dominant, and now GodAteMyPig taking the back, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, sorry, I got confused with the Yan picks. GodAteMyPig has taken the back, so now he's got the more dominant position. Denies the back sitting position. I was correct the first time. Gets a lovely deny with the sprawl. Now you have the issue of Trickzzy. This could be trouble for him. He's got 2 clean denies off.
What is Trickzzy doing here? That's a bad movement for him. He gets 3 straight denials off. That's Trickzzy potentially just trying to stop the elbow with the animation of the sprawl, but that was beautiful denials from GodAteMyPig, and he's showing to be on point, looking to take this belt if he can. I mean, that was phenomenal work, honestly, Doc, and you know, very dangerous. Only 50 seconds left on the clock, but all to play for. Honestly, I'm very surprised that we're seeing Trickzzy engaging in as much grappling as we have. I know that both guys are very, very well rounded. Trickzy's definitely, you know, able to hang on the ground for sure, as we've seen throughout the course of this fight. But I don't know if you'd agree with me, Doc. I feel like there may be a slight advantage in the striking with him.
I disagree, to be fair. I feel like Trickzy's getting caught a bit more, to be fair. Every time we've seen Trickzzy on the feet. Oh, I say that. Commentary curse.
Eat your words.
Eat my words.
No, I'm joking.
I say that. Trickzy's getting caught. Turns out a 1-2 head kick is all Trickzzy needs into the 3rd round, and it's still to play for. GodAteMyPig possibly 2 up for all we know. And with that, it's a touch of gloves entering into the 3rd. This is where I expect
but the challenger is there.
GodAteMyPig starts his throwing pressure in like a crazy man.
That's like the great mist fight coming out here, looking to throw absolute bombs now with the takedown, and is able to secure it after an initial defense by the champion. But this is bad news for Trickzzy. GodAteMyPig is an incredibly well-versed grappler. He's not going to let you get out of positions easily. You have to stay calm. You have to stay composed. Look to minimize and mitigate that damage to the best of your ability. Nice back defense from the champ. GodAteMyPig is still there, looking to do damage with another beautiful denial.
Into that full guard. This is a tricky one indeed. He denies the full backside, goes straight into this full guard now. Now Trickzy's got to work, and he's got to probably get back up onto his feet. As you were saying, I think I'm now starting to agree with you that the feet is the better place. On the ground, he just isn't getting enough damage off, and that's what Trickzzy needs currently. He's got a bit less chin than GodAteMyPig, but he's going to need to work that down coming onto the feet.
And there's the separation that we were talking about a moment ago with 3 minutes on the clock. Can he get something going? He was rocked and knocked down earlier in the round, and he is again. We may be seeing a new champion if he's able to continue with this pace. He's landed some big rocks already. The champion's trying to answer back. He does. He rocks him. Now sits him down.
This is the toughest fight Trickzzy has, but Trickzy's into this 3rd round, and just in that one sequence makes it look easy. With that being said, he gets a lovely takedown off of that rock, and now gets a clean deny here. 2 minutes 20 on the clock. He's going to need to pull something out of him just to maybe just edge, just so he has an easier time coming into round 2.
Oh, the
round 4 and
damage.
5 had some heavy ground and pounds.
That's definitely
seems to
gonna help
unlock
him there,
something.
Doc. Getting that head health down, getting that block down on those big explosive shots. 1:40 left on the clock and a nice separation from GodAteMyPig. He's shown that he's dangerous on the feet as well, so he has to make sure not to overextend, not to allow Trickzzy that beautiful counter, as we've seen before. Both guys so evenly matched. This one's on a dime.
It really is. It's even more evenly matched when you realise they're both playing mirrors as well.
Oh!
So that head kick, and nearly gets a pull elbow, pushing on the aggression, and he drops him quickly, looking to better to finish clinching against the cage now. Could easily dig to the body, could go to the head, but instead decides to take the back. Playing it safe for the last 40 seconds, goes for his takedown, knees him to the face, blocks it though. This is a fight and a half. Gotta be playing it safe, going for that takedown now. Both of them are just trying to scrabble for just some type of safety.
He needed that. I mean, the pressure that was coming out of the champion was phenomenal, and we're seeing that double sprawl attempt to Nile once again out of GodAteMyPig. Not enough stamina to get the damage off, but with only 7 seconds left on the clock, that's not a bad round. I don't know how to score it. I would love to see the stats if we could in between these rounds, but honestly, an absolutely phenomenal pace set from both guys. Trickzzy getting the stun. Once again, picking up that round, picking up the second. Looks like it may be 3 in the bag for the champion, but what what an insane...
2-1, 3. It could be 2-1, or it could be... it's a difficult one.
It really is, yeah. 2-1, 1-3, something like that.
Make sure he secures at least one more round, though.
Oh!
With that being said, he gets another knockdown here, securing this one.
Oh, this is it. That's done.
Uppercut, drops him, and he finishes him.
And still... Trickzzy picking up another massive victory. A tough challenge he had this evening tonight, Doc. That was...
Is this the comeback card? Because I feel like every fight we've had tonight has been comeback after comeback.
Honestly,
we had the magical cloud fight with the guillotine attempt by his opponent after he held a dominant round. We had Dave losing the second to Fadnator, and now we've had Trickzzy arguably losing the first 2 rounds and come back in the third and then finishes him in the 4th.
Yeah,
been a hell of a card tonight, I will say.
He is the champion of champions, making championship level adjustments that was needed against the most potentially credible threat he's had so far in his primetime run. What a fantastic night of fights that we have had overall. Absolutely incredible competitors stepping up to the mark each and every single time, both on Xbox and on PlayStation. We are trying to reach out to the PlayStation community and Xbox community on a wider basis, so tell your friends, anybody that you're sparring with. Heck, if you just come across a guy that's got a nice little fight style, get them involved. We want to get as many people within the community as we can, obviously showcasing their skills just like you guys have this evening. It has been an absolute pleasure calling these fights alongside you there, Doc. We're going to be hitting a raid out very, very shortly. Wanted to give a very brief shout out. I know that Aggro are doing a 24-hour charity stream next Saturday, and we will be giving them a raid after our event, so make sure to stop by, show them some love throughout their 24-hour stream, and obviously if you're here for the next event, we'll be raiding them as well, of course, after that. Good luck with that, guys. They're doing a number of things, from fight night cards, UFC cards, just general GTA and the hangout stuff. Seems very, very cool, so much respect to them, guys, and obviously for a very, very good cause. So yeah, much respect. With that all being said, though, Doc, I mean, we've had a phenomenal night of fights this evening, and we have some other very, very fun fights coming up on Monday, brother. I mean, obviously you've set this up yourself there. Just getting the graphic for you guys now as we speak, but this one is one that's I'm very, very interested in myself. We're going to be having, it's a PlayStation headlined card of our fight night. Hamzat Bogs Chimaev up against Cryptic Optics. Cryptic Optics is, very, very, very dangerous, has shown to be so in every performance that he's had so far, and much like Hamzat did in that Grand Prix that we saw very, very recently, obviously to open out the PlayStation card, Dog. He came out and he had an incredible performance throughout that entire card, and very, very narrowly kind of lost down to Styles in that very, very late final.
Indeed, again, it's just a fight for the time. Cryptic coming off wins part of TMF's camp, so you know for a fact he's going to have that striking cameras that we saw in the PS Grand Prix. He had the grappling, so again, I think it's declared grappler versus striking matchup.
Yeah, no, it's going to be a beautiful matchup. Going to have to see who's able to implement their styles. Like say, Hamzat, Crypto Architects representing TMF. Very, very fun matchup, and honestly can't wait for it. Other than that, guys, that does bring us a close to this evening. We will be back with you on Monday, 2:30 Eastern. Until then, stay safe, enjoy the fights this evening. We're going to hit up a raid within the community, so to stay by for that. Show some love from Primetime when you get in there. Like I said, enjoy the fights, and yeah, peace out.